This podcast was recorded live in the Purple Room Studio. The recording has happened, and I will go ahead and say,
oh, like nice beginning here. Should I say it? Hello, everyone.
That's weird.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, there we go.
Welcome to the Streamvoid podcast, episode 158.
Oh, wowie, wowie, wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wee, wow, wow.
Wowie, wow, wow.
Whose laugh is that? Wow, wow, wee, wow, wow.
Well, it's like Borat.
Oh, yes.
Wow, wow, wee, wow.
Borat. I am MikeyT. Of course, across from me is KurbStomped. We are not Borat, but you can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
My wife.
One of us might be Borat. And you are listening to the Streamvoid podcast. This is a show about life and video games, and sometimes Borat.
Yes, exactly.
And speaking of Borat.
Borat.
How was your week?
Ah, yes.
The week of Borat.
It was fine. I was back in the office for the first time since November.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Very good.
And it was fine. It was, I had to do an order of tarps, which is the worst.
Tarpaulines.
So you get a container load of tarps and unload them eventually, which sucks.
Yes.
But I made this order up, and every time we get an order, they're like, we get the container, and then it's like still space in it. So I made it a little bigger than usual. And then I got the message back like, oh, it's too heavy. So like we have to reduce it. So I was like, okay, fine. And I was like, how am I going to reduce it without, because I went through and I did the order based off what we need for the year, basically, right? So I was like, okay, I have to reduce this order by 17%. And I'm like, I'm not going to go through and like choose individual, like, oh, I'll reduce this one by 50 and I'll take off 20 off this one and just waste all this time. I was like, I'll just take 17% off of the total, basically. Yeah. But I have to do it in bundle sizes. So I can't really just say, take 17% off of each number. I have to be like, this one will remove 5 off of, and this one, each bundle is 10, so I have to remove 10 off of.
Yeah.
So it's a little more complicated than just that. Because I was like, how do I do this in the most wasting time way, basically? not really, but, Yeah. Because this was on my second day in the office, and there was nobody in the office, so I was like, I gotta enjoy my time here. So I was just manually like taking off 5 off of each one. And I was like, no, I gotta waste time, but no, I'm not going to waste time like this. Mm-hmm. So I was like, let me make a formula to do it. So then I was like, okay, how do I do this? So I started to type it out. I'm like, wait, Mikey always says he does AI to do his Excel stuff.
Hell yeah.
So I just was like, give me a formula to like remove a certain number off of each, blah, 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 whatever. And I type it in. It's like, here you go. This is what you do. It's like, okay. And I slap it in there and oh yeah, it did it perfectly. Exactly what I wanted. So, and then I had to make another formula that would tell me how much percentage decrease on my order was. So I had a running total. So basically it would like, I would have my results way over on the right. I would copy those numbers, put them into the column of what I wanted. It would recalculate, hey, if you want to reduce them again, here's what the new total is. And it would tell me how much I'd removed off the order at the bottom and everything. Yeah, and I was like, this took like no time at all here.
The right tools for the job.
This is perfect. So yeah, I like that a lot.
Beauty.
So I sent it in. But I was thinking like before I would always, you Google it and be like, tell me, I want to do this, and you Google it, and you have to like fucking look through and read and figure it out, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It take forever, whereas AI, it was literally like 5 seconds. And the same thing with like, so when I copied my numbers on the spreadsheet, it copied over like this, it had cell borders on it or whatever. So I was like, I don't want those cell borders over there when I'm done, but they won't delete.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, I right clicked on it and I was like, oh, well, here's the thing where it says like cell format with a border. I choose none, doesn't do anything. So it's like, that's weird. I would have thought it would have got rid of it, you know, like, so then I asked the AI, like, how do I remove the borders off of this thing? Cause I was thinking again, when I'd Google it, I'd be like reading like 50 different fucking
Yeah, it's the worst.
Reddit posts and trying to figure it. And the AI is like, oh, just highlight what you want to do, hold control, hit F, E, H, and J, and then it'll be gone. And I was like, what? Okay, let me try it. Yeah, it worked fine. Yeah, it was like you have to hold control and then hit 4 different letters and it'll do it. And it was like, what the hell? So
that's wild.
Anyways, yeah, so it was fine.
I can't. Yeah, AI is great for that kind of stuff where it's like very I guess very straightforward when you're like doing Excel formulas, which are extremely popular.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to use it to help me with Jira stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like no.
Well, there's probably less results for Jira.
Oh, yeah, way less.
So
even the Jira community, it's like, how do I do this? And they're like, oh, you have to write a app to do that. I'm like,
yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was the first day was doing these orders like that. And then the second day was like, we're going there to reduce the order. And then after that was done, I wasted a bunch of time. I went to the warehouse and did some stuff over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was whatever. But again, like no one knows how fucking to do anything in my work. So when I take like 4 hours to do it, they're like, okay, that's how long it took. It's not like they're like, oh, that took a long time. It's like, okay, thanks for getting it done.
Yep.
Because as I've said, like my woman in charge of the IT doesn't know anything. So
yeah,
she works slow as fuck because
she doesn't know how to do anything.
She doesn't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
So anyways, and then my ribs felt okay today and yesterday.
Good.
But like, other than that, I'd just come home from work and be like, I'll lay down, I guess. Go to bed at 9 o'clock tonight. Get some sleep. But they feel pretty good now. So nice. I think I'll be okay next week. And next week is, I don't know what I'm doing at the warehouse, I guess.
Hello.
Well, I'll be at the warehouse, I guess, but I don't know. I guess I'll probably have to go to do orders too, but who knows? Because the owner was also still like, well, we don't want to order too much. Then there's so much stuff coming in and blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, these orders are getting really big because we haven't ordered in like 3 months. So.
Gotta order. Yeah. Don't want empty shelves.
Oh, they were pretty empty on some of them.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time I was in, it looked a little bit empty in there for a couple things. But I mean, I think that was like winter stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, and then it was like, I got it, like I'd never look at my email because I was at the warehouse. So then I was looking at my emails when I get to the store. Only like 200, so not too bad.
Not bad.
And I was like, oh, we missed the booking date for like winter boots next year. So we're not going to, we won't get a discount on them and all this shit. So I was like, oh, whatever. So I told him, I'm like, yeah, we missed the booking for the winter boots. He's like, I don't think we need to order more winter boots. We got lots left. And I was like, okay, perfect. So that was part of the thing I did on Thursday was like checking to see if we should order winter boots.
Yeah.
It's like, we're out of some, but it was also like, well, we have 1,300 pairs left over and we only sold 800. So we're probably okay.
Probably okay.
Yeah.
I found out that the winter boots I bought from there are not waterproof. They're snowproof, but not waterproof.
Oh yeah. I guess it depends which ones you got, but
yeah, I got the Baffins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were up ice fishing on Paul Lake not too long ago.
Yeah.
Well, dropped the wife off ice fishing.
Yeah.
And there was like just a tiny little crust of ice on top and then like 2 inches of slush and then like the main ice because everything was just melting like crazy.
Yeah.
And so you'd step in, crunch through and just be like slush everywhere. I'm like, oh, these boots aren't quite waterproof.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably weren't waterproof ones then. Well, I mean, obviously they weren't, but
I'll give it a good spray.
Yeah.
A waterproof coating that wears off in like 5 hours.
I don't even know what boots you would have bought that were Baffins that were men's because anyways.
Yeah.
I don't have that many men's Baffin non-work boots. It's mostly all work boot stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was work for me. What about you?
Work was work. Still not a lot going on. Got a lot of projects maybe coming in.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some negotiations to do with some of the other companies to see what we can do for them. Get a good price together. Because some people have good prices and some people have terrible prices. And for some reason, when you're a contractor in this kind of world, they tell you what they're going to pay you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you're just like, we will accept that or we won't accept that.
Yeah, exactly. So we're in negotiations with one of the larger companies and been like, hey, okay.
Usually multiple companies bid on a project.
Yeah, right?
That's usually the way it works.
Well, the one company we're working for, they don't have, because their prices aren't really competitive. And by really competitive, I mean competitive at all. They, not a lot of contractors work for them.
Yeah. But you guys are like, we'll do it.
Yeah,
we're suckers.
We'll do it, but you have to give us at least this price.
Oh, yeah.
So
weird.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll be entering into negotiations this week, and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, some more negotiations with other companies, and hopefully everything goes together, and we can get everyone back to work.
No doubt.
Because right now, not everyone is back to work.
Oh yeah,
and it
extended vacation.
Yeah, it sucks. Everyone's laid off. They've all got ROEs so that they can come back, work a couple hours, and keep collecting AI. Just claim that.
Oh yeah,
which is good.
Crazy.
Yes, and that's just work. We set up a new conference room in my office.
Ooh,
got a TV, got a camera coming, so we can just all be in the same place to do meetings and stuff. But
ooh la la,
in my office.
Oh.
So I'm like, no, get out of here. Don't hang out with me. I got work to do.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Went and saw The Boy and the Heron, the latest Studio Ghibli movie by Hayao Miyazaki.
Oh, yeah.
That was playing the Cannes Film Festival. Film Society brought it to the Paramount.
Yep.
Like they do sometimes. They bring good movies in. And it was sold out.
Oh, yeah.
One night showing. For one theater, they showed the dub. The other one, they showed the sub.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like, yeah, one night showing. It was just packed.
Crazy.
We got there an hour early so that we get in and get good seats. Because the Paramount, it's an okay theater. The seats are really tight together. And it's bowl seating. Yeah. So the screen's up really high, and then the back is high and the front is high for the seating, and then it kind of like dips down in the middle and slopes up towards the screen later.
Yeah.
And it's just not good. Tall people sit in front of you, that's it.
Exactly.
You can't see nothing. But the Cannes Film Society brings in a lot of cool movies.
Yeah, they do.
Like what do we see there? We saw Monty Python Holy Grail. Yeah. We saw Aliens. Yeah. We saw Scarface.
I think it was Alien, but yeah.
Alien? Was it Alien?
I think it was Alien.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They did, well, I don't think you went to it, but they did the Grindhouse Planet Terror Death Proof double feature.
Yeah.
With the fake trailers and everything. Yeah. It's been a lot of cool things. And that was before they improved the audio.
Yeah.
So now they have better speakers and everything in there. So it's not like, I think it's stereo now. It was like a mono mix before. It's pretty bad.
So when we were watching the movie, there was one of the speakers, top left, was fuzzing out.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like, if it got real quiet, you could hear that speaker hum.
Oh, that sucks.
What the heck is going on?
That sucks.
As for the movie, not top tier Ghibli.
No,
not even close to top tier Ghibli. Not. It was, I mean, the ideas were good. The animation was absolutely fantastic. It was probably some of the best animation I've seen in a Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
But the story, it was kind of like a Spirited Away story.
Yeah.
But nowhere near as cohesive and, good as Spirited Away. I mean, you don't know because you've never seen Spirited Away.
No.
But yeah, the movie just kind of ends. It just kind of ends with like no resolution to anything. It's like, what is happening in this world? This looks cool. This looks cool. It's like a bunch of good ideas put together that didn't really flow well together.
So does Miyazaki like direct it and stuff like that? Or is he just like producer? Or what's his deal?
Yeah, this one was direct. I believe it was directed because this is loosely based on his life.
Oh, yeah. It's because he's 90 years old and he probably doesn't listen to anybody. He probably just says, this is the way it is. And people will be like, oh, that ending's a little weak. That doesn't matter. I said that's the way it ends.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sir.
It could have been way longer to get some of the character relationships built up more than what they were. Because it was suddenly they character relationships kind of went 0 to 100 really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, okay, well, why? Why is this like this now? It's like, oh, because this. I was like, well, how do you know that? We don't know anything's going on.
Yeah. But are you watching dub or sub?
I was watching the dub.
Oh, yeah.
Because Miyazaki always has like super big voice actors in there. So Hayden Christensen played the main character. William Dafoe played another character. Baptista played... Who the hell did Baptista play? Baptista played the Budgie King.
Oh, yeah, the Budgie King.
And William Dafoe played a pelican.
Pelican.
The Budgie King and the Budgies were probably the best part of that movie because the Budgies were awesome. If you don't know, just look it up.
I don't know.
You don't know. You probably won't look it up. But anyone else that's listening, just look it up. Look up the Budgies and the Budgie King in that movie because they're great.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely hilarious. Yeah, it just kind of ended. I was like, okay.
You were like, all right, fine. I guess we'll leave now.
Yeah.
I guess that's the end of this show.
I guess that's it.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Started multi-streaming.
Oh.
With, bought myself a year of Restreamio.
Oh, wow.
Because
what a guy.
I think it's just easier on the old system. Like we haven't heard, we're doing it right now. We haven't heard the streaming PC ramp up.
Nope.
The fans are they're just fine, you know? Because now we're not encoding multiple streams on one PC.
Yeah.
We're just encoding one, sending it out, and then it's the Restreamio sending it out to everywhere else, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing that with my Twitch stream as well. So I'm on Kick and YouTube and Twitch.
Yep.
At the same time.
Kicking it up.
Kicking it
old
I got one follower on Kick. I should probably do my branding over there a little bit more.
Yeah, that one follower's me.
That one follower is you.
Yeah. Except you're MikeyT33.
Yeah. I don't have my name.
Yeah, it's weird that someone else
I have my name, but I don't have my name.
It's weird.
Because I can't get access to that name for some reason. I don't think it. I think it actually belongs to me, but it doesn't. It like when I made the account, it kind of like evaporated into nothing, and I can't get the name.
Oh, weird.
I messaged Kick about it, and they're like, they didn't message me back at all.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, okay.
Well, they don't have anyone actually working there. So.
Yeah, I guess not. They got to keep their margins low so they can keep their payouts high.
No,
which we'll talk about.
It's
later.
all about the gambling, so
it's
fine. It's fine.
Okay. And I started a Terraria museum of everything, where I get every single item in Terraria, and I make a museum and put them all in it, which is going to be impossible.
It's not impossible.
I think it's impossible. If you go by item numbers, I'm like looking at some of the item numbers, and heart is one of the items.
Okay.
But you can't pick up hearts.
You need to have it like a perfect surface spawn right in your museum.
You're right. And then it could be there. But like hearts, it's got an item number and everything. There are, but you can't pick them up. When you pick them up, they just go into your like heart total, right?
Yeah.
So you can't pick them up as an item.
So you're going to need to like, I don't know, make a water elevator and break it and have it float up onto something or other. Yeah.
But then it'll despawn eventually if I go away too far.
You got to use a name tag on it.
There are 5,430, 33 or 55 items in the game. Some of them are going to be incredibly difficult to get, like the the dev kits. So each dev has a armor set and an armor set or a not an armor set, but I guess armor set.
Yeah, it's like their outfit.
Yeah, outfit. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Each dev has one, and they're a little bit difficult to get.
Well, don't you just name your character after the dev and you start with it?
Oh, I don't know. Is that how it works?
I think so.
Oh, okay. So that'll be a little bit easier to get then.
Yeah.
Because I could just do that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing.
But you're going to have to go into like different worlds to be like, I need this sword to combine with this sword to make this other sword, but then I need two of those swords to display as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of back and forth, and I've already done a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
To do that.
So is the museum world a separate world, or is
it's a separate world.
Oh, okay.
I pre-cleansed all of the corruption and or crimson out of it, so that can't spread, and it's just like a normal easy world.
Oh yeah.
And I made a little storage house. It's got 137 chests in it.
Okay.
And each chest will be for items. You know, the first one is items 1 through 40.
Oh, you're not going to put them on like a weapon?
No, I will.
Oh.
But this is just to make sure I have everything first.
Oh, I see. Wow.
So I went through, I labeled each chest 1 to 40, 41 to 80, 81 to 81 to 120.
Yep, that sounds like me in Pokemon Bank.
And we'll see how far I can make it before I just lose my mind and be like, ah.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be some where I'll be like, you got to get that slime summoning staff that drops like less than 1% of the time from the King Slime dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have made a rule where I'm not going to cheat anything in.
Oh yeah. What's the point of doing it then?
Yeah. But I will go to other worlds to get those items.
Well, you have to. So
yeah, definitely have to.
Yeah.
Other than that, finals.
The finals. Yeah.
They dropped an LTM, a limited time event, or an LTE, limited time LTM? No, LTE. Limited time event that is it's called Steal the Spotlight. And it's basically just everyone spawns as a heavy. Everyone has the same loadout, and you just go around and kill each other.
All right.
That's it. But you get a free outfit if you do it, the entire thing. And it's a limited time outfit. Won't be able to get it anywhere else. Maybe.
Ooh la la.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. The event is okay. It's kind of fun playing just heavy versus heavy because you just stand there and shoot at each other until one of you dies.
Is there no money?
Yeah, you still get money. You collect money in vaults and deposit the money.
Okay.
So it's like a quick cash like that. Yeah, it's funny because everyone's just got a Lewis gun and everyone just stands there and shoots at each other until one guy gets more headshots than the other guy.
Swinging their giant sledgehammer.
No sledgehammer. You can't get the sledgehammer.
Oh wow.
You can either take the Lewis gun or you can take the shotgun.
Oh my.
And then you either get dome shield, the RPG, breach charges, or C4, and either pyro grenade or pyro landmine.
It's like just bullet sponge the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man.
Everyone gets in a fight, just dome shields go down, everyone's like popping in and out of each other's dome shields trying to blast each other. It's okay. It's pretty okay.
Pretty okay.
It's pretty okay. You get bored of it really quickly.
Rousing success from the finals team.
I mean, it's good that they're bringing in another limited time event because they had another one that was just 12v, just 12 people. Like that, but you could pick any class. And now they've done this one. And then after they dropped this event, I loaded the game up, and there was a little cutscene at the start of the game. I can't remember what it felt like they were calling out hackers and saying your time is numbered. It was just the announcers talking about sponsors and then talking about people doing bad things.
Well, maybe just take care of them.
Happening?
Don't talk shit to them. Anyways, that game, I don't really see how they can keep it going. I don't know.
Yeah. They need to have those limited time events.
Well, it's also like, what are they going to add, another class or something like that? Like, what the fuck can they even do to add to it? A new map? Like, what do you fucking do?
They'll add new maps for sure. I don't think they'll add a new class. They'll add more weapons, I believe. Weapons and gadgets.
Oh boy, another machine gun, another shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay,
right?
Okay. I just don't see it lasting for that long. It's a little different with something like Overwatch or Apex, where it's like, oh, we got a new character that has crazy new abilities and does different things, where it's like, yeah, this guy also runs just like this other guy.
He runs slightly slower than this guy.
And like even with the cosmetics, it's like, fuck, everything's so ugly.
Yeah, I try to make myself as ugly as possible.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good at it.
Doing a good job.
Yeah. You're doing pretty good.
All my guys have an inflatable alien head on their head right now. Little green head. And then
pretty stylish.
Yeah, pretty stylish. Pretty stylish. And then, a little tank top, maybe a skirt.
Yep.
Just run around.
It just looks like, anyways, whatever.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they can do to keep everyone engaged. I mean, I'm pretty engaged right now, but still, it just came out.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because even Apex, eventually you were like, meh, I don't need to play this right now.
Yeah. But Apex still feels good to play. I popped on and played it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was still good. And apparently they've done some stuff to get rid of macros.
There was macros in Apex?
Yeah, apparently there were macros that people were using. They could macro it up to like super glide easier or wall jump easier.
Yeah, really?
And all that kind of stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I should read the patch notes and see. Because I know they've done a bunch of patching to try and curb cheating. Because there's a lot of cheating right now. Apparently.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was cheating back then too.
Oh, yeah. But apparently it's even worse now.
Oh, crazy.
But I don't know. I haven't played, so I haven't seen it. I mean, I've seen it in the finals for sure.
Oh, really?
But yeah, not in Apex. Not lately.
What's the cheating in the finals?
Just
headshots.
Just headshots all day. Headshots all day. You'll like hop into a match and then suddenly some guy's got 20 kills in like 5 minutes. Like, okay, you're cheating.
Why would you set it to automatically headshot? Like if you're auto aiming anyways, why don't you just auto aim body shots? It's a little less...
There are cheats where you can adjust it so that it picks between one or the other.
Okay.
And so you can vary it up so you're not getting headshots all the time, because then it's like, oh, well, that guy's obviously cheating.
I see.
Yeah, I've been watching actually a lot of videos on people cheating in various games. It's crazy. People cheating in Overwatch where like, because in Overwatch 2 now, did I talk about this last week?
I don't think so.
Overwatch 2 has all the replays kind of saved now in like just like a easy data format, and then you just put the replay code in, so you can watch a replay of the entire game from anyone's view, anyone's perspective.
Oh yeah.
And so now you can spectate cheaters like this, and the cheats are so crazy. You'll be watching them play, and then suddenly, for one frame, it'll flash, and you'll be like, "Hey, what the hell just happened?" And you go back and you slow the replay down to like 0.01%. And it'll show the character aiming somewhere, and then all of a sudden, just within one half of a frame, not even a frame, it'll snap over to somebody's head, shoot, and then snap back.
Oh wow!
And like, not even the replay is slow enough to pick up the full snap over to the person.
Good lord,
it's unreal. Like, what is going on? It's just like snap, 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 snap. But it looks, when you watch them, it looks like they're just playing the game. Because it's less than a frame it takes for them to snap over and snap back.
Crazy.
It's unreal. I was like, what is happening? This is wild.
Yeah, no kidding. In a replay thing, I'll just mention quickly. Apparently in Tekken 8 now that just came out, they have a replay mode like that, except that while you watch the replay, at any point you can just be like, I'm going to take over from this part.
Oh, yeah.
And I can play and like try to defend against what happened here against me. So I can like learn from what I've done.
Yeah.
So you can just jump into any replay and be like, I'll take over, continue that hit string, and I'll see what I can do about it. So
that's actually super, super good for practicing and getting better at the game.
Oh yeah. Especially in a fighting game. And especially in Tekken, where it's like, just like, what's the whole game about? Combos.
Yeah. So, combos and trying to break those combos when you're defending.
Exactly. So,
I mean, it helps a lot in Overwatch too to have something like that. Any FPS where you can go back and rewatch your play of the game and then figure out, like, why are you sucking at the game right now is pretty good.
Exactly.
That's what we used to do when we were playing Day of Defeat professionally.
Oh, yeah.
We'd, like, record the replay. You'd watch back the replay and be like, okay, wow. What am I doing here?
Yeah,
what is this? What is this aim?
Yeah, exactly.
Why did I go this way?
The only thing I played besides Tomb Raider this week was Yakuza Like a Dragon, which I was trying to wrap up yesterday, but that didn't happen. I didn't even wrap up one chapter. So I got to the part of the game, the notorious point of the game, where you go back to Sotenbori from the other Yakuza games, and you get introduced to like a battle tower where they're like, hey, you can fight guys in here and you can win like prizes and stuff, and you can fight your way up the tower. And then they do the tutorial, and then you go back on the street, and they're like, okay, we got to go to the Omi Alliance headquarters now. So they never say like, hey, you should fight in this tower. Like, you should really do it. They're kind of like, here's the tower, and yeah, do whatever you want now. So then you go to the Omi Alliance headquarters, and you get your ass kicked because you're not high enough level, and you don't have enough gear, right?
Yeah. So
then you have to go back to the tower and fight through the tower a bunch, right? Because I was like, okay, am I high enough? Like, I knew that I didn't know what was going to happen, but I knew this was like the point where people say like, oh, the tower, you have to fight the tower, but they don't tell you to fight in the tower.
Yeah. They don't tell you why. It's like, you just should.
No, they don't even tell you should. They're just like, here's
the people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you go to the Omi Alliance headquarters, and up to this point, it's literally been the only connection to other Yakuza games is like, you start, and we're in Sotenbori, right? In the modern day, like, or you start and you are in Kamurocho. But there's no, like, you don't see, like, hey, Kiryu, how's it going? You know, there's none of that, you know?
Yeah.
So up until this point, there's no crossover. Except at all of a sudden, this point, you go in the Omi Alliance headquarters and Goro Majima's there, like, I'm here to kick your ass. I'm like, why is the mad dog of Shimano here?
It's weird.
So anyways, he kicked the shit out of me.
Yes, of course. As he should.
I was level 40, he was level 50, right?
Oh, yeah.
So then I went back to the tower and did a bunch of fighting in there and everything. And there's like no reason to, like, every 5 floors, 10 floors, I can't remember. You get a checkpoint and then you can restart from that point and continue on, right? And you get like more money and XP higher you go.
Yeah.
But there's like no reason to, there's no like negative for losing. You just go back to the street and start again. You don't lose any money or whatever.
Well,
it's just
good.
like start again. So that's pretty good because earlier I found like a dungeon that you go into. And if you die in the dungeon, you don't get anything.
You die in the dungeon, you die in real life.
Basically. So I went and completed that dungeon. There was nothing too crazy in that. Then I started fighting in the tower and I leveled up a bunch of times and got a bunch of stuff. But then it was like running around doing other quests and as you do in Yakuza. I was doing that and, you know, I did some businessing as well. And then I was like, I had all this money because all of a sudden you go in the tower and I'm beating a battle and I'm getting like 50,000, 100,000 yen. So I'm like, I'm rich now. Like I got all this money and in the game, there's all these girls you can talk to that'll be like, they'll date you kind of, whatever. But you'll talk to them and then Kasuga will be like, oh, I think I need to be more stylish to talk to her. So I got to get my style level to level 5 before I can talk to her. So there's the vocational school you can go to where you take classes and you'll level up your sort of other stats, your intellect and everything. Yeah. So there's the one girl there who she'll be like, you have to be smarter to talk to her. So you get smarter. And then Kasuga like, I need to give her a gift. I should give her a bouquet of lilies. So you have to get a bouquet of lilies, give it to her. And then you talk to her again and she's like, Kasuga's like, I'm not smart enough. I got to be level 7 to talk to her. So you have to do these tests to get your intellect up. And then it'll be like, I got to give her 5 bouquets of lilies now. It's like, fuck, this bitch is expensive. So then you give her, and then he'll be like, I got to be level 10. I got to be a genius to talk to this girl. So then you finally do that, and then it's like you have to give her 10 bouquets of lilies, which is like 250,000 yen.
Holy.
And then even at that point, Kasuga's like, well, we really have a connection, but that's the end of it. Like nothing else happens. So it's like, what the fuck? I thought I was supposed to be going on a date with her. So then I find out, you have to complete all the quizzes that the vocational school gives before she'll like date you or whatever.
You got to be extremely intelligent.
So then I did all the quizzes and some of them are easy. It's like nothing crazy. But then there's like the underworld quiz. So I'm like, what's the underworld quiz? And you go on there and it's like literally like, the Omi Alliance has 4 families that are part of their Omi Alliance and each one is run by a different member. Who's the leader of like this Omi Alliance clan? And it lists 4 characters from the other games. It's like, I ain't played the other fucking games. So I had to do that one and just like guess basically. Yeah. Thankfully, when you get it wrong, it'll tell you like the correct answer.
Oh yeah.
But there's not just 5 questions. There's a list. So you do the next question, there's like new questions on it. Anyways.
Oh man.
It was a pain.
That's hilarious.
And then you get to some of the other ones and it's like, there's like a chemistry one or whatever. And they're like, the question will be like, in Japan, this department controls like the disbursement of like reactive chemicals. What's the name of the department in Japan? And it lists like 4 Japanese. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Or it's like the northern flow of the ocean around Japan is called like this thing, but on the west side they have the southern flow, and it's called what? And you have like 4 Japanese words to choose from. I'm like, I don't fucking know. So I guessed them. But then even the last quiz it's like the final test, and it takes questions from every other quiz you've done. So I was told like the last one's impossible to do.
Yeah.
Because like it just selects from every other quiz, right? And I was like, fuck, I got to do this last one. It costs $100K to do, whatever. I was like, fuck it, I'll save the game. If I can't do it, I'll reload. So I do it first try, boom, got it.
Nice.
So I got pretty lucky with easy questions or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was it was, and then so after you finally do it, you go back and you have to do another little quest about the other dork, and then he'll be like, go back to the vocational school, and you go there, and she's like, I want to talk to you. I have a thing to give you. Well, I have one thing to give you that I can give you at work, but another thing I can't give you.
Oh, let's go not safe for work.
Let's go in the back room. So you go in the back room. She's like, here's your diploma. And Casca's like, whoa, I got a diploma. This is great. I've never thought I'd like ever graduate school or anything like that. This is incredible. And then she's like, the other thing I want to give you is me. And she's like, grabs his waist and she's like saying all this stuff to him. And it's just like so stupid. And then it fades to like the screen fades to pink. And the implication is that they just do it in the back room of the school or whatever. And she's all like,
you're so smart with your diploma.
Yeah, basically. I'm so sad that you completed all the tests. I hope you'll come back to talk to me another time.
Only for a fade to pink.
Yeah. And then I can hire her for my business now, apparently.
Nice.
So, yeah. So I did a lot of fighting and everything like that. So I think I found the only 2 references to the other Yakuza games that are in the game is you fight Goro. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing I knew was they always said there's a vendor who like references Kiryu, or he sold stuff to Kiryu in the past. Those are the only 2 references in the game. So I found that vendor. But I thought I was going to be able to beat the game, and then I was like, oh yeah, I have to like level up for like hours in this tower first. And like eventually the levels do not come as fast and furious as they do.
Yeah.
So I'm still liking it, but I still have like at least 8 hours left to play, basically.
Wow. Yeah.
Not including leveling up more if I have to. I was going to try to fight Goro again, but then I was like, if I beat Goro, I think I have to fight the other guy that's there too after him. And I was just like, I'm tired. I've been streaming this game for 10 hours straight. I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah. Good call.
That was pretty much the only thing. I mean, I did play some other little bits of like other games. Like I was looking at the Outer Worlds and I was like, oh, I didn't get the achievement for like vaporizing 50 players or characters. So I just like loaded up my save and just went around blasting things with my plasma gun to vaporize them.
Nice.
I did some other, whatever, just other miscellaneous crap basically. But that was pretty much it for the gaming.
Very good.
Yeah.
We'd watched some things though.
Oh yeah.
We watched a couple things. Now it's kind of funny. We're watching 2 shows right now.
Yeah.
And they're both
one's good and one's bad.
Well, I'm finding them both good. One's obviously better than the other.
Okay.
And that one, you will be surprised as to which one it is.
Will I?
No.
I didn't think so. I would hope not.
So we are currently watching Echo.
Uh-huh.
And True Detective.
Yes.
Season 4.
Yes.
Both have a Native American flavor.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do. I never even noticed that.
Which is actually really cool.
Thought of that. Which show does it better?
It's a good question.
Yeah,
it's a good question.
Which show is more realistic?
That is a pretty easy question to answer.
Okay. I guess the supernatural bits in the old Echoes kind of renders that question like
yeah. But I mean, one has Graham Greene and one doesn't. So
yet. Well, maybe. I don't know.
You think Graham Greene's just going to pop up? Just a cameo in True Detective?
I would hope so.
That would be cool.
You would think he'd be at the top of the casting list for any show like that.
Yeah, right?
Anyways. Yeah, they couldn't afford him.
Probably not.
They need that Marvel money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
So yeah, Echo episode 2.
Yeah.
It's so far out of my brain now.
Well, I'll tell you what it is.
Yes, give it to me. I've watched it. I enjoyed it, but
what's her name?
I can't remember.
Echo? Maya?
Maya, yeah.
she wants to start a war with Fisk.
Yes.
So she's like, I'm going to do the stupidest maneuver ever and get onto this train that she somehow knows and weapons are on and put a bomb on it.
Well, she worked for Fisk, and she knows what's-his-face from the roller rink is also working for Fisk, but he works at the roller rink, but he also, or maybe he just owns the roller rink.
Well, he owns, the shipping company or something.
As well.
It's so stupid, man. Like, why would they use a train?
I don't know.
I mean, I know why they did it, because, like, look at this cool action sequence we can do. But, like, it's so stupid. Like, as if they wouldn't do it on something where they could, like, I don't know, do evasive maneuvers if the police got onto it or something. Like, no, let's put it on the fucking straight shot from buttfuck nowhere to New York City on a train.
Maybe that's the thing, is that nobody looks on trains anymore.
Yeah, but if you're a criminal, you'd want some flexibility on maneuverability, you would think.
You would think. Once it's on the train, that's it.
Yeah. Anyways, it was so fucking stupid.
There's no way you're pulling a train over to swap it to another train.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
As I was watching it, she's like jumping between train cars and stuff like that. And I was like, is that the way it works? I don't think you can jump forward on a train. Like, I don't think the physics allow you to jump from one train car to another.
I think as long as you overcome the
the
air.
Yeah. If you're running fast enough, I guess.
Yeah.
But she ain't running fast enough.
No. I mean, it's all relative, right? She's moving the same speed relative to the train, which if she's on the train and the train's moving and she's moving the same speed,
but as soon as you leave the train surface, the wind would blow you fucking off.
Yeah, it all depends on how fast the train is going. And I think it was going pretty fast.
Pretty fast.
I think you could do it, but it'd be not as easy as she was making it out to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just stupid. And she breaks her leg, and then Graham Greene has to make her a new leg, and he's going to make her even better leg in next episode, I'm sure. Because this one's kind of like, I put a basketball on the end of a stick. It's like a pirate peg leg, basically.
Yeah. So this whole train thing is Fisk is shipping weapons from the fish hatchery, the fishing plant, whatever it is.
I'm assuming it just comes through there, but
yeah,
like,
it could be.
Why
I think it was directly from them.
So they're making these weapons?
I don't think they're making them. I think they're putting them on the train at that location.
Okay.
Because it's the middle
of
nowhere.
Like I said, it's like a waypoint.
Yeah, and so her plan is to get onto the train, get into that car with the weapons, and then do what she's doing. She crawls underneath the train car, cuts into the bottom of the train car, goes inside, gets in the thing, does her thing, closes the thing, comes back out the hole she made, and then re-welds the hole back in with some kind of spray foam.
It's mystery. It's like a magic.
Yeah, and then of course she gets her leg caught in the thing, gets it crushed.
But then she gets her magic powers.
Yeah, she gets her magic powers to push the train car further. And then what is Buddy Beaver
Biscuit.
Biscuit, that's it. Biscuit, she cons Biscuit into helping her with her grandma's truck. Yeah. And he's just like barreling down the back roads. Yeah.
The whole plan was so fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah. It was worst plan ever.
Put a tracker on your phone, follow the tracker.
Yeah, follow me.
And it's just like, well, why don't you just like take your cell phone, and then when you jump off the train, just give me a call and I'll pick you up. I know. I mean, again, it's because it wouldn't be as cool or look as cool. Okay.
You can't sign over the phone.
She could do a FaceTime and sign, whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, they did it because it looks cool, and he can like drive his truck, and she can jump off the train into the back of the truck and look cool and everything like that. It's just like, oh god, okay, whatever.
It's just some mindless stuff.
Oh, big time. This show is big time mindless. Dude.
Yeah.
Big time mindless.
Yeah, and then who's her best friend that's there that she hasn't seen in forever and gets very angry if she's there?
Anna? I don't remember.
I don't know. Biscuit is trying to sell his PlayStation over like the emergency radio of the town. Not the emergency, I guess, but it's
just like the local like ham CB radio like party line.
Yep, and then he lets slip that Maya's in town.
Yeah, she's fine. Don't worry, she didn't hurt herself. And she's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean she's in town?" He's like, "I'm going into a tunnel. It's breaking up."
He starts rubbing the mic on his chest.
I gotta go. Bye. So she knows she's back. Of course, of course, we knew that was gonna happen.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think Biscuit's the best part of the show, honestly. He's kind of funny, so
yeah.
Or Graham, of course, is always good. But even I don't know, even the what they got him doing in this thing is kind of like
He's just running the local gift shop, pawn shop, repair shop.
Yeah,
shop.
Yeah.
The everything shop.
The everything shop. Yeah, at the end, I was just like, oh god, I gotta watch more of this still.
Yeah, there should only be 6 episodes, I would imagine.
It is not, I don't know, it was under this weird Marvel Spotlight thing. Like at the start of the show, it has like a Marvel Spotlight logo thing that plays.
Oh.
Because I noticed it because I have subtitles on it. It was like the Marvel Spotlight theme by so-and-so. It listed like the composer's name.
Oh, weird.
Which was weird. And it's just like a little piano thing that's like do-do-do-do-do. So it's like very weird, but it doesn't really do the regular Marvel like page flipping thing that they do, you know?
Oh,
it is this Marvel.
I never
Spotlight
noticed.
thing. Yeah, I think they did the same thing with Werewolf by Night.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
I'll say this because I'm just remembering.
Yeah.
Because you said subtitles. I watch everything with subtitles
Yeah.
except YouTube because the subtitles aren't very good.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, those are auto-generated, so.
Yeah. And when we were in the theater watching Blood and Hair, and I was like, where are the subtitles? This is weird. And I was like, oh, right, we're in a theater. There aren't any subtitles.
You'd have to be on the non-dubbed one.
Yeah, we
see
had
the
to go over there.
subtitles.
I mean, stuff over there might have made a little bit more sense.
Probably.
With the story. Who knows?
Probably.
Who
Well,
knows?
it's the difference between is it localized or is it translated? Because if it's localized, it'll be like, they're eating like an onigiri, but it's like, I love hamburgers.
It'll probably just be translated.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
This is a show that I will watch the next episode, I guess.
Very good. Well, let's talk about True Detective.
Yes.
Episodes up to now.
Oh, you watched them?
Yes.
3?
Yeah.
2 and 3?
Oh, yeah. We will watch 4 tonight, too.
Yes, exactly.
No, actually, probably tomorrow because it'll come out too late tonight.
Yeah. So the first episode was like they find the freezing guys on the ice.
Yep.
And then the second episode is like, let's cut the freezing guys out of the ice and get them into the arena.
Yep. Let them slow thaw
Yeah.
in the skating rink.
Yeah, exactly. What?
Skating days off. Nobody gets to skate.
Yeah, exactly. And then there'd just be like, the ice would be stained with like fucking blood and shit.
Yeah.
That would melt
Well, they do
out
have
of
them on a tarp.
Yeah, you're right. Water won't leave the tarp.
No. Tarps hold all the water inside.
Right. I missed the lip of the tarp there to hold the water in.
Big tarp lip.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no tarp lip.
So again, with this show, we don't know what's happening. They're making it out like it's
they're pointing us in one direction.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Is it like supernatural? Is it not supernatural? What's happening with all like the different, parts of this mystery, basically?
Yeah. What's with the bear with one eye? What's with the stuffed bear with one eye?
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of stuff. You're like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So I will say the one thing that I was like, man, Jodie Foster's being a real bitch to her like stepdaughter here.
She's kind of being a real bitch to everybody, really.
Well, that's her like, I don't know, her role. Not role, but like her like
that's just how she is.
It's how she is.
Yeah, or this show.
But like her stepdaughter is native, and
Yeah.
she's white, obviously.
Yeah.
So she gets like her like fake chin tattoo on her, and Joey's like, get that off your face. Oh my god, I can't believe. And I was just like, damn bitch, like,
yeah, right,
settle down. It's part of her heritage and like whatever. Who cares if she wants to have a little like line on her chin? Like, who the fuck cares? But then I was like, oh, it's because that Annie K girl that was killed, she looks just like her.
Yes.
She has the exact same like tattoos on her face. So she just sort of sees what happened to her and sort of projecting it onto her stepdaughter.
Yeah.
She's still a bitch about it, but
super bitch about it.
But that's the thing too, is like her stepdaughter is like, you don't have to like look after me. Like my dad wouldn't care or whatever. So she's taking a hard line approach. Like, God, this is a burden on me. But obviously she doesn't actually feel that way.
No.
She just like pushes everyone away from her, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
There wasn't too much about the other guy's dad and his fake girlfriend or whatever. Except like she said, like, my mom's sick. I'm going to need some money. And he's like, well, I still have a little bit in savings I can send to you. I'll get that going for you shortly here. It's like, wow, you're a dope.
Yep. Catfish to the extreme.
But like, is no one around to know about it, or are they just ignoring it? I would think
that's a good question.
He seems to be like a bit of an asshole. Like when he came in and slapped his son for stealing the Annie K file from his house.
That was weird. I was like, why?
Well,
I guess we find out that, he came from a house of abuse as well.
Yeah, but also like the implication is like he didn't want that information out because maybe he's involved somehow or something
he's
like
involved
that.
with the mine.
Or something.
Or something.
Whatever, right? But it was like maybe someone did bring it up like, hey, this woman's not real. And he's like, fuck you, and slaps him or something like that,
Yeah.
Because, well, unless maybe she is real. I don't know. They're playing it up like obviously he's being catfished.
Yeah.
But who knows? Sometimes these shows like to
pull a fast one on you. And I'm
like,
pretty sure
you thought she wasn't real. She is real.
I'm pretty sure we're going to get fast ones pulled on us throughout the show the entire time.
The last scene of the third episode is basically, I don't remember her name, the other cops.
Evangeline.
Oh, Evangeline. She's in the hotel. She's in the hospital room with the guy who actually survived from the ice.
Yeah.
And he was talking to them like she woke up or whatever. And then they'd sedate him and he goes back to sleep. But then he like sits up and like talks to her like he's possessed and like points his finger and like, when he sat up and is pointing at like your mom, I'm like, is in the fire. But he basically is like, says like your mom's waiting for you down there or whatever. And I was like, oh my God. Okay.
That was an incredibly creepy scene.
But then I was like, oh, I get it. None of this is real. Because all this supernatural shit is just her in her family of history of mental illness.
Oh.
So it's gonna.
Is she the only one that's seen stuff?
Besides, what's her name that saw Travis?
Yeah.
No one else has seen anything else.
That's true.
Because like Jodie Foster left the room when it happened.
Yeah.
And then there was the orange she threw that got thrown back at her. And then where she was driving, she heard him say like whatever, like she's awake or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's the only one that saw the polar bear.
Yeah.
And her family has a history of mental illness. Like her mom was crazy, her sister's crazy. And it's like, oh, okay, that's what it's going to be.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking anyways.
Could be.
It was disturbing though when he's just like, I think it would have probably been more effective if he said her, because she doesn't know her native name.
No.
Because her mom never told her.
Yeah.
So it would have been more effective if he didn't call her Evangeline and called her name that she doesn't know.
Then it would have been more supernatural. Because she doesn't know her name. He would not call her name.
So that might be another reason why it's not real. Is otherwise he might have called her by her other name, basically.
Yeah.
So
here's what we do know is real.
The
dudes thaw out of the ice pile and there's one missing.
Oh, yeah.
And I cannot remember who the guy is that's missing.
He's the guy that was like in love with Annie K.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
I don't remember his name.
They find out that the trailer that he bought from somebody, he had Annie K over there, and that's where they would have their relations, and nobody knew about it except for the hairdresser. Of the place, because the hairdresser would go to the Salal station to do everyone's hair and took Annie K with her, and
that's where they met.
Yeah, that's where they met and fell for each other.
So I guess we did see something vaguely supernatural that everyone saw is at Salal station when the guy's like having a seizure and he's like, because the guy was like doing his like cooking, like, hey, I made this, like, look at this. And the guy's like having his little seizure and going like, she's awake. So it sounds like they were, I don't know. We don't know what they're doing over there, but they talk about drilling for like microbes and doing stuff about like extending the life of whatever, blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, okay, they tried to reanimate Annie K over here somehow. So maybe she came back awake, like whatever.
I think it's my theory is because they're drilling down into like millions of years ago ice, there might be a parasite that has woken up and is infecting people and driving them a little bit insane.
Yeah. So yeah, who knows, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously there's involves with her body there because they found her tongue.
Yes, and it was later, once they found the tongue, they did some DNA on it or whatever it was, and they found that it was Annie K's tongue.
Yeah. So obviously they got her body somehow. Oh no, wait, her tongue was always missing or something like that?
Yeah, her tongue was missing from when they found her murdered. Yeah. And they found it again, and it was confirmed, and then suddenly Danvers is like, hey, Navarro, it's the same case.
Yeah. And she's just being an asshole about it too.
She's being an asshole about it, but she knows it's the same case, so she's like, come on back over.
Yeah.
Let's solve this out.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm on to see what's going to happen, but
oh yeah, definitely.
I just have a feeling it's not really going to be anything too out of this world, you know.
Probably not.
We'll see how it goes.
I really like Kavik's fishing shack.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, Navarro goes out to Kavik to try and see if he knows anyone who knows anybody who knows any information about where this guy might be. One of the guys that was missing.
He was like an engineer there that quit, like, so weird. Like, he quit like whatever it was,
6 to 8 years ago. Can't remember.
But it was like a month before or after Annie K was killed or something like that. It was like, you never talked to him back then. I guess they dropped the ball on the investigation back then.
Yeah.
But anyways,
because I think his records were scrubbed. There's some weird thing with the records there. Not everything is being kept and stuff is being removed.
Yeah. So they go to they find like the bum village where these guys are living at, and they go into his house, and he's, you know, once they say like, oh, we need to know about the Slaw station, Annie K kind of is like, get the fuck out of here, and like, I'll blow you away. And they're kind of like, all right, we're police, but we'll leave. Threatening the police, but we'll go.
Yeah, I don't think they have much authority out there in a nomad village.
I mean, yeah, I think they do, but whatever. They can't tell him to leave, but you can still not point a gun at somebody.
He's defending house and home. It's American, right?
I don't know if there's stand your ground in Alaska, but he's also living on the ice of a lake, so I don't think that's considered to be a home.
Probably not.
So, by the law of the land, they're Freemasons, I guess. Freemen on the land.
Freemen on the land, yeah.
Yeah, was there anything else really that I can think of that was going on? I just was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They pulled, when they went to the trailer, because they found out where the trailer was that What's-His-Face had got.
Yep.
And so they went there. Raymond Clark, is that his name? No, I don't know. And it was just full of effigies and symbols.
Because Buddy obviously went crazy when Annie K died.
Yeah. And they find that he has the same tattoo that Annie K has on him, and it's a symbol that has been drawn on the trailer roof. It's been drawn everywhere, and he just became obsessed with this symbol, which is just like a little spiral. Like a little Wiccan spiral.
Yeah. We'll maybe eventually learn what that means, but yeah, I'm interested to see. And again, it's not just like you're watching Law and Order, where it's like, this is the case. That's all you see is the case.
Yeah.
This is the, you know, what's going on with their lives and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
Like at the start of the third episode, Navarro's going to like kick out squatters at a mine building. And it's like, oh, this is like an illegal clinic where they're birthing a baby here.
Yeah.
But the thing too is like, I don't know if it's the same baby or a different one, but later in the episode, they talk about someone had their baby died and was stillborn. And I was like, is it the same baby? Because that baby lived.
Yeah, no, that was past. That was past Navarro, because she still had, she had the same. She wasn't a trooper there. She was still part of the same.
Oh, that was like a historic
that was a flashback.
I must have missed that part of it.
She still had the AFP on her hat.
Okay.
She was dressed in brown and not blue like she was when she was a trooper.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I think that baby lived. Are they just saying the baby died like as propaganda here or what? Because they're trying to like do the mine is like bad and evil and, you know, they're getting away with stuff they shouldn't be because people are getting paid off and they have a rally about, you know, getting the mine out of the city and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then they're talking about how this one baby died. And I was just like, I thought the baby lived.
Different baby.
Okay, different baby.
But yeah, there's a scene where someone's getting water and the water just comes out brown.
That was Jodie Foster was washing her hands.
All throughout the first 2 episodes, they're like, the water's getting bad.
Yeah.
The mine's polluting the water. And yeah, she like tries to get some water. It's just disgusting.
Yeah. But if the mine closes, there'll be literally nothing there.
Yeah.
So like, just, I guess, buy bottled water. I don't know. It's kind of like, unless you want to, I mean, why, like, honestly, why the fuck would you want to live up there unless you had a job?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
So
we don't, shitty place to live.
We're learning a little bit more about Liz Danvers, Chief Liz Danvers, Jodie Foster's character. She had a child with somebody, or I'm assuming it's with her daughter, stepdaughter, daughter-in-law, stepdaughter, what is it? Stepdaughter's father.
Yeah.
But that neither of them are around anymore.
Yeah.
So they must have been killed somehow, some way. But we don't know.
And that's why she is the way she is.
And that's why she is the way she is. Yeah, because they do a lot of flashbacks where she's super happy.
Yeah.
She's happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
A little bit longer hair. Now she's like...
Yeah.
So whatever happened to them definitely affected her.
Oh, yeah.
And turned her into the way she is. But we don't know what happened yet.
No. Well, maybe we'll find out as the episodes go on, but who knows, right? I mean, from what I remember of season 1, they don't leave anything like sort of hanging, unresolved, but I didn't watch seasons 2 or 3, so I don't know what's going on for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited to see the next episode tonight.
Yes. You know what else I'm excited for?
No.
Patreon.com/Streamvoid. Right?
Crazy.
If you like this podcast and you want to support us, that is the only way to do so, other than, you know, leaving likes and comments and
join in on the live streams.
Join in on the live streams. Yes. Just for just $1 a month. You can get in there. You can support us and this podcast, and you get access to the bonus features. So you get the podcast early. You get it Sunday night instead of Wednesday morning.
Yep.
When it would normally go live, and you get access to the pre-show content, the post-show content, and our special Patreon-only videos, which we will be filming one after this podcast.
Oh, no.
We will be live trying out the McRib.
Oh, no.
Now, Curb says he's had one before.
Oh, I've had more than one.
Oh, he's had more than one. I've never had any. It's the first
I haven't had one in like 20 years, but I've definitely had them, but in the past.
Yeah, this is the first time they're bringing the McRib back to Canada. So make sure you sign up to the Patreon if you want to watch us react to how good or bad these Sloppy Joe saucy formed meat patty.
Yeah, it is formed for sure. I don't know why they form the bone, but they do that too. It's very weird.
That's just like any other formed rib patty. Is like they always put like those little bones in there.
Yeah, just
bone shape. It's just all the
meat. Whole thing is like what?
Yeah.
Anyways,
so if you want to get in and see that or any of the other bonus features, go to patreon.com/StreamvoidPod.
Yes, sir. Please do.
Please do. Let's talk about some news.
Okay.
No DSP update today?
No. I told you that was unless he goes crazy again and goes off on a crazy rant like he did last time.
Yep.
I'm not going to discuss him because he's disgusting.
Kick has completed their prototype process with 35 streamers for the Kick Creator Incentive Program.
Yes. So I was like, oh, what is this? So this is the thing where they'll pay you to stream.
Yeah.
As a job, basically. And with the like fucking like what you need to apply to do it, it's like, what's even the fucking point? Like at that point you almost already are doing it as a job.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
So like the metrics you need are you need to have 100 average concurrent viewers.
Oh, CCV, concurrent viewers, yeah.
Yes. So it's like, well, at that point, you don't need to be paid to stream. You're already getting paid to stream, especially on Kick when you're getting 95% of the fucking money. Anyways.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, so you need 100 concurrent viewers. You have to stream 50 hours in 30 days, which is nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing it as your job or whatever.
Yeah, and if you have 100 concurrent viewers, you're already doing it as your job.
You have to do 15 stream days. You have to have 25 subscriptions, which if you have 100 concurrent viewers should be not a problem.
Not a problem.
You have to have 500 unique chatters. You have to have 3 VODs and 1,500 followers. It's like, okay, the 100 concurrent viewers is just like everything else.
Yeah, so this is actually higher than the Twitch partnership program.
Yeah, but you get
more money.
But so this, I don't know, how can Kick ever make money?
I don't know.
You're already getting 95%, right?
Yeah.
And then they're also going to let you keep 95 and then also pay you more money?
Yeah, right?
To stream on their Kick? Like, how is this sustainable?
I don't know.
Like, are ads making them that much money? No, they can't be. So it's just like, I know that like they can't be paying a guy a salary who's getting 3 viewers.
No, I mean,
like,
the test was they used a broad range of streamers. So they had streamers that had 10 concurrent viewers to 1,500 concurrent viewers.
Yeah. So, I mean, is this their break even point? Like, I don't think so. I can't see how that this earns them any money. So you would think that it's going to be, they're going to pay you to stream. They have to pay you minimum wage in your country or state.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it doesn't actually say what they pay. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's like a salary. Maybe it's like you're streaming for your 50 hours in 30 days. Maybe they're paying a salary of $600.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So it's not really that much money, you know? But like if you were to do it in Canada, I guess it would be not much more than that. What's the minimum wage now? $16 or something?
$16.75, I think.
Something like that. So it wouldn't be that much more.
Yeah.
But like maybe it's like your salary is $600. So if you stream an extra hour, you get no more money.
Yeah.
So who knows? But again, it's just like the metrics for it are just what's even the point?
Yeah, right. It's still very hard to obtain that kind of stuff. Unless your grind is like super, super high.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you have 100 concurrent viewers, maybe you're not making enough to do it as a full-time job. But yeah. I mean, if you're,
but if you have 100 concurrent viewers, that means you're doing the other things needed to get those 100 concurrent viewers. And you're probably on YouTube. You're probably on TikTok. You're probably got more revenue streams coming in than just Kick.
Yeah. So it's just very weird to me. I know their whole thing was like, oh yeah, we're going to pay everybody to stream on Kick and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay. All right.
You're going to pay the big people to stream.
So maybe this is just the starting thing of it. Yeah. They're going to roll it out later and it'll be different. And, you know,
I think
lower to get down, get more people in it, blah, blah, blah.
The small guy just doesn't make Kick enough money to pay them properly.
But like, is this guy making them any money either?
Which one?
The guy, like the theoretical metric man.
Oh, the theoretical metric man. Maybe. I don't know. Like,
well, you're getting 25 direct subscriptions, right? Let's say they're $5 each. Mm-hmm. Let's make it easy. Let's say they're $4 each.
Yeah.
So it's $100 for the 25 subscriptions.
Yeah.
Kick gets $5.
Yeah. Well, how?
Like, what the fuck?
It's so bizarre. How are you making any money?
Like,
Kick?
1 hour of streaming costs more than $5.
Yeah.
Like, there's the bandwidth.
There's a calculator that you can use to see how much one stream costs.
Yeah.
With X amount of people for X amount of time. There's a calculator out there that you can use that'll show that.
Yeah.
And since Kick is using the Twitch API or the Twitch backend.
Well, they're just using like Amazon's
their servers and stuff. Yeah. But they're using the same technology that Twitch uses. So it's probably costs the same amount.
No, it costs more.
Oh, yeah, because they got to license it out.
Well, they're not. Amazon's not going to be like, we'll sell it to you at cost.
At cost, yeah. So it's probably more. And it's like, how are you making any money?
Well, it's because of the gambling, obviously. The Kick is just a way for them to advertise gambling to children, basically. So as long as the gambling is making money, then that's fine. That's the end goal. Kick is like a loss leader, basically.
Yeah.
Because when gambling was going on Twitch and stuff, that's when they made their most profit, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Was from these guys like XQC gambling the day away and having like his promo code. But you can't say the promo code on Twitch, but if you go to my Discord and you look, there might be a code in there you can use, So yeah, it's all, this whole website Kick is just like a loss leader to get people to gamble, basically.
Crypto gambling.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, gamble for something of zero value.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, maybe they'll change it so it's more achievable for people that have a job.
Yeah.
Like, I think if I did not have a job, I could probably do this kind of thing, So get these numbers or whatever, or do the things required to do it. But like, when 1/3 of my day is spent at work and another third is spent sleeping, it doesn't leave me much time for anything else.
Definitely not.
So
Ed Craven is the founder and CEO of Kick.
Yeah.
Also the co-founder of stake.com, online gambling site.
Yep. We knew that. Oh my God. Holy. How unprofessional. Just kidding.
At least it didn't sneeze directly into the microphone.
Next time you do it, take the like foam thing off and sneeze right into the microphone.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. Sound like a hurricane.
But Craven says that Kick plans to become profitable somewhere around the 12 to 36 month mark.
Yeah, right. Twitch isn't profitable. Give me a break, dude. Unless they have 3 people working on Kick, they're not going to be profitable. It sounds
like they might have 3 people working on Kick.
Yeah, maybe.
Just 3.
Yeah. So anyways, I need to do more with Kick, I guess. I don't really watch anybody on Kick or anything. I've had the road to 25 followers on my stream titles for like every stream I've ever done. So, and I mean, I have 25 followers now, but like literally like 20 of them are bots that follow me and say like, hey, I really like what you're doing here. Why don't you message me on Discord? And I just ban them immediately. So I got my 25th follower yesterday that I banned.
Oh man. Yeah, I keep getting people messaging me on Twitch. They'll they'll be in my chat and be like, hey, I like your stream, follow, and then private message me.
Oh,
and then
really?
be like, hey man, I like your stream. I know how you could make it better.
Oh,
I'm like, great.
I will
give you $0.00 to tell me how to make it better. And they'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
I won't then.
Yeah. It's probably because you're playing the finals. It's like a hot game. So they're trolling the hot category.
Maybe.
So when I'm playing Yakuza Like a Dragon, I don't get any like, things about how they can improve my stream.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, again, it's just like if I was already independently wealthy, I could probably really make a go of it on these platforms.
Right.
But since I got to go to fucking work, it's hampering my abilities to do things.
You need to find a sap who's just going to edit all day for you.
Well, Caulfield is sap. No. Yeah, basically. Or I just need to like, I don't know. Anyways, it's like finding the time to do anything.
Yeah.
And then even having the time to do anything afterwards or before, or like go to the store. If you want to do all this stuff, it's like, well, I guess I won't go grocery shopping, I guess. I don't know. I'll stay home and edit this or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It makes things extremely difficult when, you have to take care of yourself in your house and shop for food and cook dinner and whatever.
Wash yourself,
right?
Do laundry.
You can skip washing yourself.
Really?
You're on Twitch. It's fine.
Oh, the Asmongold way to success.
There's no smell-o-vision, so just fly at her.
I see.
Just fly at her.
Asmongold way.
Just get some texture smoothing going on so they can't see
the filth.
The filth. You just get a filter up.
See, I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
yeah,
I'll have to
yeah.
consider that.
You should consider it.
Anyways, Kick. I'm still streaming on there, but it's just like whatever.
Yeah, I just started.
Yeah. You need to like, I don't know, get rid of a 3.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Can't you just do MikeyT with no 3s? Is that
Maybe.
already taken?
No, that's definitely already taken.
Yeah.
There's no way I could get that.
Or maybe TEA.
TEA?
Yeah.
Maybe.
TE3.
TE3? Could be.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Anyways.
I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try later.
Do it.
Yep. PlayStation State of Play.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that was announced in January 2024.
You watched this, right? You lying bastard.
I 100% watched every single video that came out
You
here.
son of a bitch.
No,
all right,
I
well,
did.
I'll tell you.
100%.
I'll tell you what's going
100%
on.
watched all of it.
I'll tell you what's going on. Okay, so
Tell me about it.
well, it ended with Death Stranding 2 on the beach,
Yes.
which is the next Death Stranding.
Yes.
Which, well, I was like, okay, I'm laying down the law. We're doing Death Stranding on Gameclub. This was supposed to be the first game we did. I'm like, we'll figure out a way to do it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it because it was so ridiculous that I was like, I must play this game when it comes out.
Yeah, this trailer is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. So it
I've
shows,
never seen a more ridiculous thing.
It shows. So it seems like the next game basically is like, it doesn't. They say how they tried to work with Mexico doing the delivering shit or whatever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take place in America, and I'm assuming it doesn't take place in Mexico, so it's somewhere else, but they don't really say where it's taking place. But it's going to be, we're connecting people. The implication is also that you're not going to be delivering stuff. They're like, we have robots to deliver stuff now.
Yep.
We're about connecting people, so
Yep.
you don't have to worry about that. So, but again,
We're still building bridges because we're Sam Porter Bridges.
yeah, but
But we're working for Drawbridges.
Yeah, we work for Drawbridge now.
The group called Drawbridge.
Yeah, which seems to be Fragile is in charge, but she's not fragile anymore. I don't know. I never beat Death Stranding, so when I'm watching this, there's obviously spoilers because it's like, oh, who's this guy in the red suit? And he's like, hello, brother. And it's like, oh, Sam has a brother? Like, okay, I don't know about that.
Maybe
And
it's
then
just a hypothetical brother.
no, I think it is his brother. And then he talks about, you killed Lou. And I'm like, who's Lou? And it's like, oh, that was the baby? Oh, no. Like, there's a lot of weird stuff going on that, I never played the first one, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But like when he has his guitar out and he's playing his guitar and shooting like laser beams out of his guitar and he's fighting the baby that's in the robot and everything, it's just like, okay, all right, okay, I'll fucking play your game.
I'll play your ridiculous shark jumping game.
Yeah. So, but the graphics looked incredible again.
Yes.
I'm sure the soundtrack's going to be crazy and all that stuff. So,
I expect nothing else.
yeah. After they showed Death Stranding, they had him on stage with, well, not stage, but they had him on the sound set with whatever, the other Belgian guy that was doing the presentation. And Kojima basically said like, oh, I'm going to do Metal Gear, but it's not Metal Gear. I'm going to do an action espionage game that's coming out after Death Stranding. We're working with Sony on it. And the guy's like, I've been telling Kojima he should go back to his roots for a long time, and I'm really happy he's going to be doing this style of game again. And it's like, oh wow, they're going to do like the action espionage Metal Gear-esque game, but not Metal Gear. Okay, cool, I guess. I don't know. I haven't played a Metal Gear since like Metal Gear Solid 1, so I don't know how the other ones played or whatever. I'm sure they played like a Hideo Kojima game.
Probably. With a Hideo Kojima storyline.
Oh my god, yeah. You need to break out the flow sheet, the flow chart and everything like that, see how it's going.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep.
But we'll go through the other shit they
Let's do it.
showed off. It's not in order how it was presented. I guess they went with their custom order with like, let's put Death Stranding at the top and then everything else underneath.
They screwed up. They should have put Death Stranding on the bottom, so you had to like scroll through everything to get to the bottom.
Yeah, but that's the thing is people don't scroll.
No,
they read the headline and then that's the end of their reading.
They should
yeah.
Well, the headline was January, everything announced. So you got to like scroll, see what everything was announced.
Yeah. They just look for separate TikTok videos.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Rise of the Ronin. We already seen this, I think, at Microsoft. Or no, this Game Awards. They showed off Rise of the Ronin. It's like a Team Ninja, like Ghosts of Tsushima stylish game.
Yep.
With swords and samurais or ninjas. I don't know.
I would imagine it's going to be like maybe like Neo.
Yeah, maybe Dark Souls-esque. It is Team Ninja, so that's kind of what they've been doing recently.
Yeah.
It looked interesting, but it also looked a little like not that far along.
I didn't actually watch this trailer, so
that's fine.
I was like, meh.
They showed off, well, an Until Dawn remaster's coming, but like when it started, they were just playing clips of like voice lines from the game. And the way they did it made me think like, holy fuck, they're doing a sequel to this game. But then it was like, here's a remaster coming. And I just was like, oh, fuck. Great. Whatever, dude.
Wonderbar.
There is an Until Dawn movie coming, so that's probably part of it. Like, get the hype going again.
Yep.
We can sell a few more copies. But like, what is the remaster of Until Dawn going to be like on the PS5 and PC? It already looked good on PS4. So like, unless they're like rescanning Hayden's face to put in the game in like 4K or something like that.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. But I like that game a lot anyways.
Very good.
It's not being done by Supermassive. Another company's doing it because Supermassive is working on, assumably, the next season of the Dark Pictures stuff, as well as the Five Nights at Freddy's game. It's not Five Nights at Freddy's. Dead by Daylight. They're doing a Dead by Daylight game in their style.
Oh.
Yeah, so that'll be good.
So the remasters had being handled by Ballistic Moon.
Yeah.
Who have done
nothing.
Yeah. They've done nothing.
Yeah. They showed off more Stellar Blade, which was like a game they showed off a while ago, which looks like Bayonetta.
Looks pretty mid.
It looked a lot like Bayonetta to me, like stylish action game. Let's zoom in on our ass a little bit here.
There's some jiggle physics going on for sure.
I like Bayonetta. This game could be interesting, but like it looked like it had a lot of baloney video game story tropes in it that are lame. But
yeah, graphics look good. Gameplay looked pretty mid.
Bayonetta was pretty fun to play, so I'll be okay with it. Showed more Dragon's Dogma 2. They're like, it's coming. Enjoy it in March when it comes out. Climb around on a dragon and stab it. You'll love it. Which is probably true. I will. Sonic X Shadow Generations. It's like a new Sonic and Shadow game where it seems like the Sonic levels are like side scrolling and then Shadow is like 3D sort of. It's weird. I mean, the Sonic levels did look 3D, but except he's running sideways.
I didn't get that far through the trailer.
Shadow looked like it was like playing Sonic Adventure. So weird. I don't know. I haven't played a Sonic game since Sonic Adventure 2, so I'm like whatever, but people like Sonic.
People do like Sonic.
So that's cool.
Gotta go fast.
Silent Hill, the short message was like a Silent Hill game that came out that day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm assuming it's a free thing. I didn't actually look at it. Yeah, free to play.
Free to play spinoff.
But it looked just from the trailer, it looked kind of not good.
Oh.
It just looked like not scary, really.
I mean, it is just the short message.
I know, but it's Silent Hill. Like, it's supposed to be like disturbing and like has a creeping doomness to it that ramps up and you just are unsettled. Whereas this trailer, I just was like, eh. Like if you watch the trailer for like any other Silent Hill game. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Any Silent Hill game made from Konami in Japan, it was like just a sense of dread. Like you played Silent Hill, right?
Yeah, the first one.
You remember the sense of foreboding in that game?
Extreme sense of foreboding.
Like that game, I had to turn off the radio because it was just so disturbing. Just hearing the like static when enemies were nearby. This, I just was like, whatever. I'll probably play it, but I just was like, meh.
I mean, it might have that same flavor. It is free, so you could do it.
The trailer didn't make it look like that. I don't know if they're going to show later in this listing somewhere, but they showed off the Silent Hill like 2 remake.
Yeah, it's not on the list.
It's not on the list. So that's coming as well. That also looked like, it didn't look like a remake. It looked like a remaster. It did not look very impressive to me. Did I play Silent Hill 2? I must have played Silent Hill 2, but I don't remember it.
I've seen people play Silent Hill 2.
I played Silent Hill, and that was,
I played the OG like crazy.
Yeah.
Like alien ending.
Endings
we could possibly get.
I think I did that too, but I don't think I played any since then. So
we were like, alien ending, that's a thing. Let's get it.
Yeah. I did that too.
Yeah.
They showed off Judas, Ken Levine's new game. It's like BioShock, but imagine if you had a social score. So it's always like you can make one game where it's like, it's BioShock, but what about if it's about Ayn Rand's like egoism? Or like, what if it's BioShock in the sky, but racism is bad? Now it's like, what about if it's BioShock and everyone has a social score?
In space.
Yeah, in space, exactly. So I'm sure it'll be good and I'll play it and everything. But it literally was like, oh, that's where they got the plasmid. Now she has this magical power.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, they're fighting the robot. Okay. So I'll play it and I'm sure it'll be fine. But I mean, he's been doing the same game since System Shock.
Yep.
You know? Anyways. And the story's a little heavy-handed in BioShock Infinite.
I haven't played it.
I mean, it's enjoyable. I enjoyed my time with it and everything, but it's just like, yes, we know racism is bad.
Thank you.
V Rising. This just looks like Diablo, but vampires.
Yeah. Lots of people were playing that when it first came out.
Yeah. I'm just like, whatever. Dave the Diver. It's coming to PlayStation.
Good.
With Godzilla.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Toho Godzilla.
Very good.
Yeah.
Even better.
So you're going to make him into sushi? Is that what happens? You
Probably.
catch Godzilla and you slice him up into sushi?
I would imagine Godzilla respawns and every time you go down, you can slice him up for sushi.
You think that they would allow, Toho would be like, sure, you can make Godzilla into sushi in your game? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit of sushi.
Going to be something different than that. I don't think you're going to be butchering.
You get a little chunk off?
No.
A chunk off the tail?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You get it. That'd be big money. Big money sushi right there.
Yeah, that's true. But I'd be like, I don't know. Oh, you want to have Mario in your game? Sure. Yeah, but we're going to execute him in every scene.
Every time you go out there with him, you can kill him and bring him home and stuff him.
Yeah, I don't think so. Zenless Zone Zero is coming to PlayStation 5. I don't know if this was not something they expected or whatever.
I don't know. I didn't watch the trailer because I was like,
This is the next Hoyoverse game. So it's already like, well, Genshin Impact and Honky Star Rail are already on PS5, I believe. So I don't know why this wouldn't be.
Oh,
it'd be a bigger surprise if this was said coming to Xbox.
Yeah.
So whatever. Metro VR, Awakening VR. It just looked like Metro in VR.
Yeah, it looks. This is one that I would probably play. It looks cool.
I don't know.
Having Metro in VR.
I played one Metro on the Xbox 360 and I was like, wow, this game's controls suck balls.
I hope it's coming to PC.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Another VR, Legendary Tales. Like, what a great name for a game. Legendary Tales. This was like, imagine Skyrim, but first person, and you can punch things in the head. It just looked like another VR turdware to me, basically.
Yeah, that one definitely looked like VR turdware.
I was just like, whatever. And then Splatoon, Foam Stars is coming.
Foam Stars.
It's going to be straight to PlayStation Plus. So please play it with us. Please play it. Pretty please play it. I've never played Splatoon, but I don't know. It didn't really seem interesting to me. And Foam Stars also is about the same. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, me neither. The music in it was good. The trailer.
Yeah.
I like the music.
Well, it's like an FPS where you don't have to actually kill anybody.
Yeah, you just foam them.
Well, it's like you got to make the ground your color.
Yeah,
that's the idea.
It's just
capture
Splatoon,
territory.
but foam.
Yeah.
You don't
played
use paint,
Splatoon?
you use foam. No.
Okay.
But I've seen people.
So you get your...
I've seen people play a trailer and I watched it.
You get your roller out and you roll around on the ground and make the ground red so it's for your team. And yeah.
Or you shoot it with your goo gun.
Your paint gun.
Yeah.
Your foam gun. My apologies. Helldivers 2. aka Destiny, aka Outriders, aka Marvel's Avengers, aka any other shitware multiplayer shooter game where who gives a fuck is coming out.
Oh yeah, they made it third
I
person.
literally thought when it started it was Destiny. I was
Why
like,
did they make it third person?
why?
Yeah.
Helldivers? Because they wanted to make a third person game, I guess. Weird. I don't know.
Because the first one was action RPG.
Helldivers? You sure?
No.
I think you're thinking of a different game, probably.
Let me Google. No, I'm thinking of the same game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, this just looks
played
like
that a little bit.
This just looks like a generic shitty action, like loot 'em up multiplayer turd fest. Where like, here, get a new helmet and put it on. This one's +1 to guns.
Yeah, that's what the first one was.
Yeah, but like, do we need another one?
Probably not.
Like, how many times are they going to do this 4-player shoot 'em up looter game that no one wants to play?
I mean, they must have done something with Helldivers 1 to make enough money to make another one. Or is this by the same people?
I mean, I don't know. It just looked like uninspired to me.
Yeah.
Like everything they shot at, I was like, that could be in any game. Oh, they stole this from Star Wars. Oh, there's a bug that could have been in any other shooter game I've seen. Like, whatever. Who cares? So, it comes out on my birthday, though.
Oh, guess you have to play it.
I guess I'll have to play
Yes, you have to play it. It's your birthday game.
I'd have to turn on my PlayStation then. So.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
That's not going to get turned on until Death Stranding.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was whatever. Interesting-ish show.
Yeah.
Well, it was like, when they got to the Death Stranding part, I was like, okay.
Now it's good.
But up to that point, it's like, oh, okay, Foam Stars, okay, Helldivers, okay. Like, not a lick of Destiny in the thing. They fucking own that company. Not a lick of Destiny anywhere.
Yep.
Pretty crazy.
Wild.
Yeah. So, whatever, man. I don't know. Like, every time Microsoft does something, they're like, don't forget about Halo. Please don't forget about Halo.
Please,
whereas
Halo.
Sony's just like, fucking Destiny, whatever, dude.
Destiny's done, dog.
Basically. Those guys are fucked.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm just not too... I don't know. I got the PS5, but any of their exclusives I don't generally give a shit about.
I guess not.
Like, I see Spider-Man and I'm like, people are like, oh, Spider-Man's so good, it's so fun. And I look at it and I'm just like, I don't get it. I guess I'd have to play it maybe.
I guess so. Maybe when it comes out for free.
It's never going to come out for free, dude. Come on, let's be real. And then like God of War, I'm sure is awesome as fuck. But I just look at it and I'm just like, It just
it's
kind of
game for me.
It kind of looks like Assassin's Creed, but you're Kratos.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know.
I don't mean, what else do they got for
Horizon?
Horizon is one that, yes, that one I probably am the
that's
most interested in.
Yeah. And of course there was Returnal, which we played.
Yeah, Returnal. I should wrap that up. I mean, I guess of the exclusives like Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, Ratchet and Clank's a good one.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that one. But like Gran Turismo, like I don't need to do another license test in my life.
No, I played a lot of Gran Turismo on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Until Dawn, I guess. I was like that one a lot. But that's just because, I had to play it on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I want to play Final Fantasy VII, but I'd like to play it on Xbox.
Can't do it.
I know. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe never day.
Next up.
Uh-huh.
Pokimane.
Heard of her? She's Canadian.
Oh yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's left Twitch.
Uh-huh.
And she cites Twitch as being just a messy place with weird things that happen.
And she decides to go to YouTube.
And she decides to go to YouTube.
Which has by far worse shit on it than Twitch does.
Yeah, but
maybe not in the live streaming.
Not in the live streaming.
But like in general.
In general, yes.
YouTube has way worse shit.
Yes.
Yeah, so she doesn't like, she did a whole thing where she talked about on her podcast that I didn't listen to.
Sure didn't.
I read through an audio transcript of some of it. Talking where it's changed so much and it's not like it was, blah, 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 blah. And it's kind of like, you know, all the weirdo shit changes they've been doing, like with their, like, oh yeah, you can have nudity, and then, oh, you can't do nudity, and then, oh, you can have implied nudity. Oh, no implied nudity. Oh, you can't have hot tub streams. You can do hot tub streams, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
Which she says she doesn't like or whatever.
Yeah.
So that she didn't want to be affiliated with a website that had that kind of thing on it. And it's just like, yeah, YouTube has DSP streams on there.
Yeah.
They kicked him out of the partner program. That's where he had to go.
Ah, yes.
So it's a little weird to me anyways. I've never really watched any Pokimane anything, but anytime I've seen her, I'm just like, well, I don't understand the fascination with her.
I don't know.
Like,
I've never watched a stream of her. I've only seen nothing, really. I'm like, have I seen any clips? Have I seen anything on Pokimane? And I don't think I've ever seen anything.
I saw a clip of her today saying the N-word twice, so that was pretty interesting.
Oh, okay.
It was a really old clip, though, like really old, but she said it 2 times.
2 times in a row?
Not in a row, but in the same 30-second clip. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
People like her, I guess. I don't know.
I guess so.
I kept getting served up TikToks from Pokimane fan accounts.
Oh.
I was like, why do they keep showing this to me? I don't understand what I looked at to get this being sent to
Right?
me. So finally that stopped, but it was just like, and it wasn't any of the clips were like of her saying or anything. It was all like thirst trap things of her. Not that she's not doing it, because whenever she like stands up from her streaming chair, she has to like back out of the room so she doesn't turn to the camera and stuff like that, because otherwise there'll be like a million clips of her. Or like her feet being like, make sure they're off camera. Just so weird anyways. But yeah, I mean, Twitch is weird. It's evolving with what they're doing on the platform and everything like that.
Yeah, they're trying to be inclusive to every style of stream that is happening.
Well,
maybe,
yeah,
kind of,
sort of,
while
I guess.
also, you know, maintaining some control and some rules so that it's not
but like,
wild.
Seriously, how long do you think it is until she comes back to Twitch?
I don't know. I don't think she needs to make any more money.
Well, obviously not, but why even stream at all then?
I don't know.
Like,
She still likes to stream, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
She still needs to maintain a public persona.
But if she doesn't need any more money.
If she probably doesn't need any more money. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, maybe she has a deal with YouTube or something like that, but there's no way she's going to make the same amount of money she would make on Twitch or anything like that. I know she did do some things in the past, like setting up donations. You could donate a max of $5 to her or something like that. Like, cause she's like, I don't need the money, but she didn't turn it off, you know? It was still like there to take the money. You just couldn't give her $50. You'd give her $5 10 times.
So her net worth is estimated between 2 to 25 million.
What a range, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm looking at things and it's like, oh yeah, her net worth is 1 million to 2 million. Her net worth is 25 million. Her net worth is 27 million.
It's got to be 1 to 2 million, dude. Like, seriously.
Net worth of 15 million.
Like, obviously, it's more than 1 to 2 million.
Yeah, right. Like this, some of them are like, in 2018, she had a net worth of 15 million. As of July 21st, 2023, her net worth is 6 million.
Yeah.
As of,
like, if she owns her home, her net worth is more than $1 million.
Yeah.
Even if she doesn't own it, even if she's still paying it, her net worth would be more than $1 million.
Yeah. As of January 18th, 2023, her net worth is $2 million.
No, that's way too low. Those numbers are too low, dude.
Oh my God.
Like,
somebody, yeah, these are all over
they
the
just
place.
make shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, anyways. Like, my net worth would probably be, like, would they consider, like, what do they consider it? Like, I own half my house, but like my house is worth like $500,000.
Yeah, that's part of your net worth.
Yeah, but would they say it's only worth $250,000 or $500,000?
I would say $500,000.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, that's what my net worth is as well. Up around
but
there.
like, I don't have $500,000.
No, that's your net worth, not your gross worth.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's the other way around.
Net.
That's
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, and like, I don't know. Apparently, like, her chat was like roasting her on YouTube. I didn't see it. I was just told secondhand. Like, her chat was like roasting her about going to YouTube. Because streaming still sucks. Epic balls on YouTube. It's so bad. It's better, but it's still bad.
I've had more discoverability on YouTube than I have on Twitch.
Yeah. But
when I've been streaming.
The streaming and chatting experience sucks on YouTube.
Yes.
It's terrible. So anyways, who knows? Maybe she has a YouTube deal, but it's like, okay, I guess she left Twitch because she didn't like what she see in there. She didn't go to Kick, which has the same things going on there. Mm-hmm, so that's, you know, there must be something to it, but it's just, how can you, like, you don't like what you're seeing on the platform, so you just leave it? Like, couldn't you stay around to help change it or something like that?
Probably.
She has some cachet in the streaming industry, you know?
Probably like, a little bit.
She has some, her words do have some weight, even though I don't give a shit about her. Though if she's wants to collab, she can hit me up anytime, you know? I'll play
right?
I'll play like Among Us with you. Or whatever the fuck you're doing right now. I don't know. Makeup tutorial? What does she do? I don't know. Probably not makeup tutorial. Just chatting. Probably just chatting all day, right? Anyways, Pokimane, come back to Canada. We miss you.
Yep.
And bring some other Canadian streamers with you that moved to America.
Yeah. I mean, the Bovine boy's already back, so.
Oh, the Bovine boy. Ever since he went to Kick, you never hear about him anymore.
No, he's, he's just calmed down a whole lot.
No, I just think like no one gives a fuck about Kick. Yeah, there used to always be like ridiculous drama involving XQC. And you never hear about him anymore.
Yep.
Do you know why I call him the Bovine boy?
I don't know.
It's because his name was XQ Cow.
Oh, XQ Cow.
Because it was XQCOW for Overwatch, so he's the Bovine boy.
Very good.
Thank you. So that joke's 2 years in the making right there. That no one knew why I called him the Bovine boy. That's the best kind of joke when no one gets it, right?
Yes, it definitely is.
Oh my god. We're being told that she only had 2K viewers on YouTube. I'm not surprised. YouTube streams are like, first of all, impossible to find.
Yeah.
Second of all, she didn't really announce she was going to YouTube very much in advance. Like Ludwig did a whole like fucking exploding car thing or whatever when he went to YouTube. So there was like, you know, I'm coming, get prepared, sign up for YouTube, come to my streams and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But even for him, YouTube's not doing it because he's doing his thing now, or he's doing his mogul moves on Twitch or whatever, where he can't stream as Ludwig, but he can stream as
Mogul Mail.
Mogul Mail, yeah, and doing other stuff on Twitch. He just can't be doing as Ludwig. So, yeah, YouTube sucks. But it is what it is. Anyways, Pokimane. Yep. Maybe I should watch one of her streams. I should give her like a good shake, right?
Maybe.
Nah. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. She's out of touch, though. Remember when she was out of touch about her cookies?
Was she out of touch about it?
Well, they were like $10 for. You have to buy 4 packs or something like that.
Oh,
it was like $40 for cookies.
Yeah.
She's like, you're just a broke boy or whatever. I mean, I didn't care. Didn't bother me. Was she out of touch or was she just being bitchy? I don't know. I think she's probably out of touch, right?
Maybe.
They all get out of touch.
Eventually, yeah. I think it all depends on their upbringing.
No, come on. You think she was all like hoity-toity, richy, bitchy when she was young?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
It's a good question.
Just like they don't know what a banana costs anymore. It's like that joke on.
I don't know what a banana costs, but I don't buy bananas.
But I mean, I know that a banana costs like $1. I don't buy bananas.
$1.28 per pound.
Yeah, but like they'll be like, oh, "Here's $50. Go buy me some bananas." So, wow, you don't know what a banana costs.
I mean, maybe they only had a $50 bill.
No, but it's more like they don't know. They don't know what it is. I'd like a sandwich. Here's $50. Okay,
They'll give me a sandwich. Make it a good one.
Yeah,
I expect change.
No, they don't.
If they expect change, like I expect change. Give me that change back.
But they don't know what the change should be. Here you go. I got you your sandwich.
$30.
Here's $5.
Where did you get the sandwich from? Queens?
Safeway.
Go all the way to Queens
I got
to
it
get that
Safeway. I got it Safeway for you.
Oh, it'd be one of the. If you went to Safeway, it'd be one of those party subs where it's like 6 foot long.
That's not a sandwich. That's a hoagie.
If you insist, I will accept this fact.
You're welcome.
Very
Enjoy
good.
it.
Next up,
we
have some Neuralink in the news, which is Elon Musk's
Muskie boy.
The Muskie boy.
Yeah. So
the article states that Elon Musk's Neuralink implants have killed nearly 3,000 monkeys since December. 98% fatality rate.
Okay. I don't think that's what it's saying. They're not the Neuralink's
that's
killing
what the
them.
fake.
They've been killed experimenting with Neuralink.
That's what the fake US Today story says.
Okay. How do you know it's a fake US Today?
Because there's been a lot of stuff fact checking it.
Okay. Well, okay. I didn't look at a USA Today story.
No, we looked at a Daily Mail story.
They've had a lot of animals killed by experimenting on them, but not because they put a Neuralink in them and it killed them.
Yeah.
It was more like, let's open up their brain and look at it and then euthanize them afterwards. And then some have had Neuralinks in them that they've died, obviously. But anyways, the story of the animal mistreatment going on is, I mean, they say like, oh, we're, operating by all acceptable guidelines and whatever that govern animal testing in America or whatever. But it's like, wow, they've killed a lot of animals for their fucking little cybernetic brain implant thing. So I'm kind of like torn on it, right?
I literally can't find anything from a reputable website that says anything about it.
Is the Daily Mail not a reputable website?
The Daily Mail is not really a reputable website.
Okay. This article anyways says, they've researched on lots of animals that have been killed to work on the Neuralink, which I believe. Maybe I don't know it as a fact, but I believe it. But it's also like, okay, if this leads to helping people, especially like people that are paralyzed or have other problems, and helps them out, then it's like, okay, it's like a necessary evil, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like, god damn, that's a lot of monkeys and whatnot that are basically tortured to death.
Yeah, the majority of people say that the Daily Mail is a tabloid paper.
Oh my god, it's a tabloid.
And,
that just means they have a picture of a naked lady on the third page, dude.
Yeah.
That's all that means.
Yeah. I can't find anything about the article on Snopes at this moment.
Okay.
To see if it is true or not. But the
Daily Mail is saying it's exclusive, and like the documents and stuff, the pictures, they look real. It looked real to me, damn it. So maybe there is more to it that we don't know. But I mean, knowing Elon Musk and how he operates and how all these companies operate, I just believe it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good possibility. You need to do trials on somebody, on something. You can't just go, they don't let you go straight to human trials.
No.
That's just how it works.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, couldn't they like do it on a fish or something like that?
Fish have feelings too.
Yeah, I guess so.
And plus, fish brains are not the same as mammal brains.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to do this kind of stuff, it's got to be mammal brains.
And they can't do it on a mouse because the mouse is too small.
Yep.
But like, I don't know, couldn't you do it on a rat? Or like, I guess they're doing it on pigs. I don't know. The other thing too is like maybe it'd be a different story. It's like, oh, the pig, we operate on the pig, we worked on the pig, but then the pig ends up in the food chain, so it's not a total waste. But like none of these end up in the food chain.
Yeah,
they end up in the incinerator. So it's like, goddamn, that's not cool. So, messed up either way.
It's unfortunate. I can't find anything. Yeah, there's no Snopes article. Just in the brief Googling that I've been doing, there's no Snopes article on it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, if it's real, it's kind of like some of the like things they say. I don't know. It could be faked, I guess. Some of the like paperwork has like talking about a monkey who had diarrhea for a year.
A year of diarrhea.
Yeah. Diarrhea in first year of life. And then multiple like digits amputated. Or they would just open up a monkey's head to look at it, put a Neuralink in, see what happened, and then euthanize the monkey. So it's pretty weird.
Yeah, there's I've been looking. Oh, here's cruelty allegations from Vox from 22.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like this is the first time I'm hearing this about Neuralink, so. But it seems, excuse me, like, also it seems like all of these companies, Neuralink, SpaceX, and Tesla, they just operate like in a not cool way. Like it seems like a lot of like pressure on the employees.
Yeah, lots of pressure on the employees.
You know, Elon can just show up one day and you're fired.
All right, I found more articles on it. So Wired's done an article, Vox, Reuters, CNN. Yeah,
so it seems like not a cool companies to work at. I would say that of the three companies, I would never invest in Tesla, but the other two, I think that's something you could invest in.
Yeah.
Tesla's overvalued. So
yeah.
If you want to invest in it, you're a clown because they're overvalued by like 10 times too much. Like their market cap is like more than every other car company combined.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, what the fuck is going on over there? I do know they have their other shit too, not just like cars, but they have like their battery banks and all that shit, but it's still. Whereas SpaceX and I don't know if Neuralink is publicly traded, but SpaceX is.
Yeah.
It's a little more realistic. Sure. But he's done a good job with Twitter, so I'm thinking of investing all my money into various Elon Musk type companies, you know. Yeah. He's done a good job.
Very good.
It sucks. But you gotta, I mean, if it helps humanity, it's kind of a good thing.
Is it the lesser of two evils?
Well, that's kind of what it's a little grotesque and morbid, but that's like after World War II, they had all this data from the experiments they were running in the concentration camps.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, it sucks that, you know, we have this data, but we can use this information from these terrible experiments to learn things. Mm-hmm. So it was like, do we just not do these people that died doing these terrible, horrible experiments?
Do we let them die for nothing?
Or do we take this information? Like, especially with like subjecting them to like pressure chambers and stuff like that. That's how they learned a lot about how to survive the bends and stuff like that. Yeah. I believe was because they would put these people in these fucking pressure chambers and just like, what happens if he's in there for 5 hours? And then we just like let all the pressure out. What happens?
Jesus.
So better to be a monkey, I guess. Tested on a monkey.
I guess.
I'm not going to volunteer for any.
No human is going to volunteer unless they have like some.
Yeah, I guess if I was like totally paralyzed and not much left for me to do. But then again, like we're going to drill a hole in your head and you'll be in excruciating pain for the next 8 hours and then we'll kill you. Like, how about you just kill me?
Just kill me.
Yeah, we'll skip the excruciating pain.
Give me the anesthetic, please.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's switch the topic here.
Okay, let's do it. Something slightly
less controversial and morbid and stuff like that to talk about.
Oh, okay.
White, it's still controversial.
Is it?
It's extremely controversial. You subscribe to streaming services.
Me personally?
Subscribe
yes,
to streaming services. The whole world subscribes to streaming services.
Unfortunately.
And if you had a good friend group, one friend would subscribe to one streaming service and then share the password with everyone else. And then the next friend would subscribe to one streaming service and share the password. And so you'd get like a bunch of streaming services, one and only one person would pay for it, and you just borrow from the other people.
Yeah.
Netflix, of course, most famously last year, cracked down on password sharing. Now it's only one account, one home, and you can't share your password, because if they find that you're sharing your password, I don't know what happens. Maybe they ban your account. I'm not entirely sure.
I don't actually know.
I don't think...
It's probably they just ban your account.
Yeah. Could be.
Like, anyways, you'd think they'd be like, well, we'd rather keep your $10 than ban your account.
Yeah.
I guess you can just sign up for another one with a new email address, but...
Yeah, for sure. Well, Disney is coming in. They're going to start doing that. Hulu is going to start doing that as well, because apparently the Netflix bottom line has gotten... Not bottom line. Profits have gotten better since they did the password crackdown. Yeah. Of course we would, because now more people need to buy it. Yeah. But now, other streaming services are going to follow suit in the same vein. Yeah. Cracking down. Yes. No more password sharing.
So, I mean, Hulu, whatever, that doesn't affect anyone in Canada.
0 people out of 100.
There's no Hulu in Canada. Yeah. Most Hulu stuff is just on Disney Plus in Canada. Yeah. But as for the other ones, Disney Plus and Netflix password sharing, like that, it didn't affect me. No. So it didn't bother me at all. But for you, I know you shared with your dad.
Yeah, I share it with my dad and stepmom.
And now they have to have their own?
And now they have to have their own. So I'm already paying for their own Netflix account.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm going to have to pay for their own. I don't know how much they watch Disney.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Just don't even do it. And if they ever complain, then you can be like, all right, fine, I'll hook you up here. Jeez Louise. But if they never ever say anything, you don't got to worry about it.
I guess not.
I mean, yeah, it sort of sucks, but I mean, I don't know, dude. It's back to the era of piracy, basically, I feel.
Yeah. Soap Today is just going to take off.
Well, it's also like, not so much Netflix, but like Disney. Mm-hmm. They were like, they did Willow. And they're like, oh, no one liked this. We lost money on it. Let's write it off. So they deleted it. It's not on Disney Plus anymore. You can't.
Willow?
Yeah, it's gone. You can't watch it. It's the only place you can watch it. Soap Today.
Oh.
Like, they wrote it off as like a loss.
Yeah.
So they can never really release it now.
I was like, huh, Willow. I watched it. Yeah. I don't remember anything about it, so it must not have been very good.
It was fine. We liked, what's his name? The dude. He was funny with the long black hair.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But, I mean, whatever. It was nothing incredible. But that's like, in the past, it'd be like, well, we lost money on it. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah. But now they can take it and be like, write it as a tax thing. Yeah. So that's exactly what happened with the Batwoman movie they did. Like, the Batwoman movie was done. And Warner Brothers were like, wow, this movie sucks. It's not gonna make any money. Let's write it off.
Just kick it out the door.
They wrote it off. It's never gonna be released unless someone breaks into like the Warner Brothers vault and like finds it or something. Because in theory, they're supposed to delete it. Like there's supposed to be no copies of it. So that sucks. But yeah, it's the modern era of just money. Which obviously worked for them because, like you said, Netflix profits went up after they did it. Because all these people had to be like, well, fuck, I guess I'll get my own Netflix account now.
Yep.
I gotta watch whatever the fuck is on Netflix. I don't even know why I have a Netflix subscription. I can't even think of the last thing I watched on Netflix. Probably some old movie. Because like most of the new Netflix like shows are trash. Like, do you remember when they first started doing Netflix shows and there was like 2 a year? It's like, oh, Stranger Things. I mean, I didn't like it, but I could tell it was well done. And whatever. And like all that stuff. And now it's just like, oh, they just bought some like terrible French show. And now it's a Netflix exclusive. It's like, I don't give a fuck about that.
One of my favorite movies of all time is a Netflix exclusive.
Oh, God. What could that possibly be?
Take a guess. You'll never guess.
A Netflix. Oh, Is it? Oh god damn it! I can't think of the other terrible movie that you really like. I was going to say that one. It's got like little Bow Wow in it or something.
Oh, Roll Bounce?
Yeah, Roll Bounce. Yeah. That's what
I was looking over for the DVD over there, but it's in the other shelf.
Yeah,
that movie's amazing. It's one of my favorites.
What's the one on Netflix?
It's called Space Sweepers.
Space Sweepers.
That's one I watch like every time I get sick. I'm like, oh, Space Sweepers.
What is
Give me some comfort.
Sweepers.
It's kind of like a live action anime, but Korean.
Okay.
And it's just some junkers in space running around doing stuff, but it's super anime. And it's
like live action?
And then it's live action. The CG graphics are amazing. The storyline's pretty good, and the acting's really good, and the characters are fun.
Literally never heard of that.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Crazy.
I'll be like, I'm watching Space Sweepers tonight.
Never heard of it.
It's one of my favorites. I love it.
Yeah. Sucks for people that share, but I mean, I guess technically they're saying is it considered theft?
Oh no.
I don't think so.
I don't know if it's considered theft or not.
Yeah, it's so weird. So when are they going to allow you to, like, when's the next company that's going to set up like your ability to like VPN into your someone else's
home? Right? Technically, you could just set up you could set up a VPN already to do that.
Yeah, so that it would look like it's coming from the other house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you can already do that.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. We solved it.
Because I mean, you VPN from work into a server. I VPN from work into a server in Burnaby.
Yeah, but don't you have to, like, I don't know, use special program or something? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think you can do it from your TV.
Yeah.
There might be something out there that will allow you to do it from your router.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can set your router using any of those VPN services to be there. I think.
Yeah, I wonder if they even let you connect to Netflix if you're using a VPN anymore. I never hear like NordVPN like ads on podcasts anymore. So maybe they're out of business, because who the fuck needs a VPN if you can't even do it? Because you'd think if like...
The only time I hear about VPNs now, they don't talk about the Netflix thing. They just talk about your privacy and keeping
online.
Your stuff safe. Nothing about the being able to watch Netflix in different.
What are you doing online that you need a VPN to protect your privacy?
You're a hacker.
Okay.
And you're trying to hack in Rust.
Oh.
And so use a VPN.
I see.
Because it switches your IP, because maybe your IP banned. But just kidding, you're hardware banned, bud.
Yeah. Like,
they got your hardware ID.
I just think, like, wouldn't Netflix be able to tell, like, wow, there's a lot of accounts connecting from the same IP?
Oh, yeah, you're always connecting from the same IP when you're in the same house.
No, but I mean, like, there's like 12,000 people connected from one IP in Sweden.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't they be like, well, let's just ban that IP?
Yeah, they might. They might do that now. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good way to get around that for sure.
I found like a free VPN or something that I was using for a while, but I stopped using it because I was like, fuck, who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to watch American content.
Yeah, it was crazy though when I went to Las Vegas and I opened up Netflix. I was like, whoa, look at all this crazy shit on here. That's whoa. So
yeah, you're not getting your 20% Canadian content down there, that's for sure.
I don't know. Do they have that on Netflix up here?
Yeah.
Do they have that on Disney Plus up here? What's Canadian on Disney Plus?
I don't know if they have it on Disney Plus, but I know they have it on Netflix. That was a big thing with the CRTC.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of, most of the like Netflix stuff that gets added now is like not even English language shit. There's a lot of stuff from like India that gets added every time. I'll scroll through like the recently added and there'll be like 20 like Indian movies and TV shows and shit. So I'm like, I can't understand this. I just can't understand it.
So I found an article on what's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And they're talking about that Disney Plus will now have to conform to the Canadian content standards that the CRTC has put out, Bill C-11.
Okay.
Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime are going to be regulated by similar laws. that apply to television networks. I'm sure Netflix was already kind of doing that kind of stuff because they did have a lot of Canadian content on there.
I wonder if that's why Prime offers like all this bullshit all the time that I'll see. It'll be like, watch live news on Prime. Like you can watch like City TV news broadcasts and shit like on Prime. So I wonder if that's why they're doing it.
So I guess a lot of other countries around the world have that kind of stipulations with the streaming content or the television content and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Interesting.
I don't know how the cable companies got around it though. Is it because they have to offer Canadian channels in the package? Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe
because it's not like you can be like, oh, we're getting NBC from Detroit. Well, they have to put on 20% Canadian content.
Yeah. Maybe it's just through the particular cable packages that you have to offer is you have to have Canadian channels.
Yeah, maybe. For the longest time in Canada, like cable, like when you get like those American channels, NBC, they were literally pirated by the cable company.
Yeah?
Yeah, they would just pick up the broadcast and put it on the cable. They didn't pay any licensing fees or anything like that. They just were like, we pick it up and send it through the cable.
Yeah, and it can just be content that's created in Canada as well.
Yeah.
Not just Canadian content, but I guess it is because Canadian content.
Well, if it's created in Canada, that means like there's specific rules about it. I think it has to have like a certain percentage of Canadian actors, certain percentage of Canadian people working like in the back, like, you know,
animators and stuff like that.
Well, or else like the grip and shit like that, you know.
Key grip, the best boy.
Yep. Yeah. Set dresser, catered by Canadian company, probably.
Yeah.
Flying American caterer.
So apparently Peter Pan and Wendy and Sneakerella were done in Canada.
Oh, classics, absolutely. Sneakerella, I love it. Is that like Cinderella, but she gets a fresh pair of Nikes or something like that?
I would imagine so.
Oh my god.
Let's look it up. Sneakerella. It's a comedy / musical.
Oh, okay. Sweet. I'm not interested.
After falling in love with Kira King, the daughter of basketball star and sneaker tycoon Darius King.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's what it is. Sneakers.
Yeah. Do we call them sneakers in Canada?
I call them trainers.
Do you?
No.
I call them running shoes.
I call them running shoes.
Yeah, if it's supposed to be a Canadian movie, they can't call it Sneakerella. It's got to be Running Shoe Arella.
Running Shoe Arella. It's
got to be called Kraft Dinner Arella.
So it's
not macaroni and cheese Arella.
It's made by what? How is this Canadian content? It's done in New York.
I don't know.
It's about the New York sneaker culture.
Well, it's probably filmed in Toronto.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Because Toronto passes as New York sometimes,
but not all the time.
No.
And then they just,
it's got to be called
the other stuff.
Milk in a Bag Arella. Okay.
I haven't had my milk in a bag in a while.
Yeah, me neither.
That's too bad.
It is too bad.
Although I've seen it in smaller stores, like on the island. You can still get bagged milk on the island, I think, but harder to find the interior.
I don't know. Like, I don't think there's any dairy in like Western Canada that bags milk.
No.
You still get stop doing that.
Your milk in
they still do it in
wax
Ontario,
carton.
though. Yeah, they still do it in Ontario.
Yeah,
or plastic jug. Do they still do plastic jugs? 4 liter.
Yeah, plastic jug. You can get a 1 liter, 2 liter.
Can you get a 4 liter waxed carton of milk?
You cannot get a 4 liter. Oh my god!
It'd have to be like a box of wine. You'd have to have a tap on it.
Yeah, but then it's just bagged milk.
That is true. Bagged wine. I never thought of that. Wow.
Well, yeah.
Crazy.
Why don't they do that?
Bagged milk in a box?
Bagged milk in a box like a wine.
I would think it's probably because the little spout would just have dried milk crusties on it that you don't want.
I guess so.
You'd have to like wipe it down every time.
You have to have a self-wiping nozzle.
Exactly. Exactly.
Disgusting.
Yep.
Well, next up. Lastly, other than Gameclub, the Planet Club, the Apple App Store, of course, most famously has done in Europe, is reversing some stuff so that they can allow third-party app stores on the Apple App
which
Store.
We talked about last time.
We did.
But there was some more information we didn't know about how it's going to work. So I think this is Apple like kind of seeing if they can get away with this, which I think the European Union is going to be like, no, sorry, not a chance.
Not a hope.
Because right now it's set up to be in their thing is like, yeah, you can install a third-party app store on our Apple iOS devices, but it has to come through the Apple Store. And the first 1 million installs are free, but then after 1 million, every install costs 50 cents.
Yeah.
Which is like, what the fuck? That seems ridiculous.
So that applies to developers who want to distribute their apps through those third-party storefronts.
Yeah. So, again, this is like, yeah, we're going to do it, but we're going to try not to do it.
Yeah, we're going to do it, but we're going to try and nickel and dime everybody.
Yeah. So this is exactly what was it? What was that engine? The engine that tried to change their billing structure did recently?
It
wasn't Unreal. Unity?
Unity, yeah.
Where they were like, oh yeah, if you install the game, like, you know, you get 100,000 free installs, but then after that it costs 50 cents or per install or whatever.
Yeah.
And then no problem, no worries. That'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's the same thing with this. So 1 million is a lot of installs, but like, you know, you end up having Fortnite installed.
Yeah, that's going to go 14, 15 million installs. Yeah. Easy.
So that's a set. I mean, and whatever. To them, not a big deal. $7 million to Epic, drop in the bucket.
Yep.
But it's more like if you have like a small indie game that's whatever, not a money maker or whatever. And then all of a sudden it blows up. And it's like, or if you have just a free mess around, like Wordle, for example.
Yeah.
Wordle didn't have any money attached to it. It was just a free game. There was no way to make money on Wordle at first. It was just like a game he made for his wife or whatever. And that sort of got spread around. All of a sudden you have 2 million installs. And it's like, yeah, you owe us $500,000. It's like, huh? What? This game makes
this is a free game. It makes $0.00.
I mean, obviously that's if it's coming through the third party install app or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just, I don't know. I can't imagine the European Union allowing it to go this way. Like Apple's going to try anyway to like, you know, prevent it from going through.
Yeah.
And this is pretty detrimental to, it is for companies, but it is also, again, for the consumer, because again, it limits consumer ability to choose. So fuck Apple again.
Yep. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They like their walled gardens and they don't want anybody else inside.
Yeah. I just, I don't know. Has the shine worn off of Apple and their iOS iPhone devices?
No.
No, it still hasn't?
It still hasn't. But now you're getting that kind of cult-like following for Tesla stuff as well.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. Those Elon lovers are...
elongators.
Oh, they're called elongators? Wow. That's a great name.
Elongators. What are the Apple people called?
Jobsies?
Jobsies?
Yeah.
Mac heads?
They just love Steve Jobs so
I
much.
guess.
They deified him.
They give him the old Jobsies.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't see it as much anymore with Apple.
No?
Not as much.
I still see it.
I don't see it as much. Like, I remember when there'd be any sort of new Apple device launch and everyone would be just fucking jizzing their pants over it.
Yeah.
But like that new headset that came out.
The Vision?
Yeah, people were universally like, this is way too expensive.
Yeah.
Like, but back in the day, it'd be like, oh, the new iPhone's $1,200. Oh, I'm in the line already.
Oh, give it to me.
Or like, what was the thing with the one of those new computers they had where the little rolling wheel stand cost
$1,500 just for the rolling wheel stand.
And it was like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Or the monitor that was only a monitor, no stand, and you had to pay $2,000 just for the stand.
Yeah. So I mean, I know that's how they make their money is through like selling you a cable. That's why they made their own cable. So you have to buy their cable.
Yeah.
But like, holy fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's just Apple doing
Apple
things are like, let's see if we can get these idiots.
Yeah, I know
they.
And their whole thing was like about form over function or whatever. But then it's like, wow, you recharge the mouse by plugging in the cable in the bottom of it?
Yes, you can't use the mouse while you're recharging it.
Oh
Cheers.
my God.
This is the best system I've ever seen.
That's like the engineering 101.
Right?
Like, put the charge port anywhere else.
Yeah.
Except the bottom. Like, literally anywhere. The side.
Literally anywhere else.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh my God.
It is what it is. That's
so crazy.
Going.
Anyways, we'll see how this goes for Apple, but I expect the European Union is going to be like, no, not like that.
No, you can't do it like that.
Not
Who
like
knows?
that.
Who
Imagine your company, your country, or your like, you know, whatever, fought for the consumer and not the company. That's crazy.
That's wild.
It does suck for, you know, having delayed releases and stuff in Europe and stuff like that for whatever, because they have to conform to all these fucking weirdo rules. But oh my God, imagine not kowtowing to like the company.
Yep.
Wow.
Crazy.
I mean, we don't have that much in Canada, I don't think.
I don't think so.
But in America,
for sure.
America, land of the free, home of the brave, I heard.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Game Club.
Yeah.
Each week, we play a game. We play a chapter or a segment or a timed interval to
a game
of a game. And then we talk about it live on stream. And this week, of course, we are playing Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I'm so risen right now.
Are you so risen?
Oh my God.
And you, listening along, watching along, you can play along with us. There is a link down below to the Discord. You can join that, and every week you can post within the forum post that is about the game, and you can tell us your experiences and you know, let us know.
Yeah.
You can interact with us live on twitch.tv/StreamVoidPod.
Yeah.
You can get in the chat and you can interact with us live and tell us about your experiences within the game.
Yeah. What he said.
Yes. Because it is a game club. It's like a book club, but it's for video games. And you don't have to read the entire book or play the entire game. You just play the chapter and chat with us about it.
Exactly. And we're doing Rise of the Tomb Raider, like you said, and we were doing what were they called? What was these areas called? The Flooded Archive?
That was the Necropolis, and we ended in the Flooded Archive.
Right.
Wasn't a very good transition from the Necropolis to the Archive.
No. So we ended up having to go back through the geothermal valley as well.
Yes, we do a little backtracking through the geothermal
But it's like in a new area.
Yeah.
That we've never been to.
Yeah.
And we got the wire spool.
Yes, we did.
So I was like, oh, that's what it's for. You can like swing around with it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. She, what's her name, gives us the wire spool after, there's a bunch of combat.
Yeah.
We go through, we destroy a bunch of Trinity folk. Very action heavy.
Oh my God. I killed so many dudes.
Very action heavy.
Oh my God. In this section, I just figured out how, because one of the skills with the bow is like a lock on where you can fire 3 arrows.
Yeah.
And it's like,
when you're
zoomed in, you can lock on, right? So I was like, how do I do it?
I know. I don't know how to do it.
It'll say like, it'll put a mark on their head or whatever. I'm like, I've tried. I finally figured it out.
Oh, how do you do it?
Well, holding L. Well, are you playing controller?
Yes.
Okay. Holding the left trigger when she like does her little zoom in. That's not the zoom in.
Oh, what's the zoom in?
You have to click in the right stick.
I was zooming in with the rifle.
Yeah. So you have to hold down left trigger and click in the right stick, and then she zooms in a little more.
Yes, she does.
And then if you hold down
tiny little bit,
you hold down the trigger, you can like paint their heads, and then you let it go, and she'll shoot 3 arrows or whatever. So I figured that out this chapter. But the other thing too was one of the abilities, because now I'm getting to the end of the game where it's like
you've got all the abilities unlocked.
I don't need any of these fucking other abilities, so it's like I'll buy this one.
Yeah,
because one of them was like more headshots in a row gives you bonus EXP or whatever.
Yeah.
So me thinking from other games, when I read that, I think like, oh, it's a combo. You do it within 5 seconds.
Yeah,
it's not. It's literally in a row. I was up to like 25 headshots in a row because it's just as long as you kill them with a headshot in a row, it lasts the whole fucking level.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was getting like all this bonus EXP because I was just arrowing everybody in the head. So I was like, wow, they don't really, I mean, they do say that in the description. It just says arrows in a row or whatever.
Yeah.
But because of every other video game ever made, I assume it's like, well, within 5 seconds or whatever, right? Obviously. Yeah. It's not going to be just no time limit, obviously. Yeah. So I was just like, oh my God. But as we're doing, we get the wire thing so we can swing around. There's still 2 more gear upgrades we do not have.
Yeah.
Because there's the rebreather.
Yep.
Well, we did end with that.
Yes.
There's the rebreather, and there's also the broadhead climbing arrows that we don't have.
I've never heard of these yet.
Well, in the Soviet installation, past the area with the shack where you buy shit, if you climb up, there's like this wall that when you go near it, they're like, uh-oh, you need the climbing broadhead arrow. So I'm assuming that's going to be the road to Katesh up there.
Could be. And these are 2 that I think I remember seeing that actually. So these are 2 that we know are coming. Yeah. But then we get this wire spool and I'm like, are we going fishing?
Well, I knew we were getting the wire spool too because I found another dungeon where I went into it and they're like, oh, you need the wire spool. Come back later. And I was just like, well, why the fuck did you?
Yeah, like, I didn't go into that dungeon, I guess, because I never saw that I needed the wire spool.
Because I was like, what do I need a wire spool for? And it's weird that it said wire spool. Why didn't it say grappling hook or something like that?
Yeah, it's grappling hook attachment.
Yeah. Anyways, so now we can like whip it out and like swing on ledges.
Yeah, with our ice axes.
Yeah. So, but it also can be used to grab any ledge.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah. And you can grab it in this chapter, you will be doing it a lot.
Yeah. But it's like at first it shows you like special hooks in the sky that you can like grab onto. But this is like, no, literally any ledge you just throw it at and you can climb your way up or whatever.
Then there's this one part after all the action, you're in the tower after you get the wire spool. And I'm like, it wasn't clicking in my brain quite yet that I could just jump over to here, throw my thing out and grab the thing. So I'm like looking at the jump I need to make. I'm like, where the hell am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
Looking around, like I can see where I'm supposed to go, but like, how the hell do I get there?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, right. I just jump off and throw my ice axe
which
at
is
it.
going to make it getting around a lot easier, but
yeah.
Anyways.
And I started just, when I was ice axing up a wall, I would just ice axe jump, ice axe jump, ice axe. And like,
I've been doing that for a long time.
I'm not climbing this anymore.
No, exactly.
I'm done with that.
But yeah, we have to defeat Trinity because they're assaulting like the castle or whatever.
Yeah.
We sort of push him back and we talk to Jacob and he's like, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what the divine source is. I'm not going to show you where the divine source is. You know, it's our, like Laura is also like out to lunch on this.
Yeah.
Because like Laura's like, no, I need it. I have to find it. My dad died because of this. And if I was Jacob, I'd be like, bitch, we've been guarding this for like 1,000 fucking years.
You're not taking it.
So I don't give a shit what you think.
Yeah. But then his daughter's like, I'll tell you where the atlas is.
Is it his daughter? Because I don't
know, maybe.
I found a note that I read where it was from Jacob's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, I found this other girl named Anya that really reminds me of Sophia, and you know, I'm really like, it was like all being like, you know, I feel like a schoolgirl around her, and I'm all giddy and everything, and I'm like, wait, is that his daughter or is that his wife or what is going on here? I still don't know, because she calls him father, but then I was like, is that like actual father or just like
a religious father?
Religious father. Yeah. So I still don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either now.
But it's also like the story is kind of like stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
I read one scroll. There was like, oh, the prophet is supposed to be God's son, but we don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
But the timeline of the prophet is supposed to be like 900 AD.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's not like he's Christ, but he is a Christ figure that everyone's like, we got to follow him.
He's the second coming.
Yeah.
Maybe even the third coming. Yeah. Who knows?
So we have to climb our way up this. I don't even know what it was. We have to climb our way up a fucking broken tower or something like that.
Yep, the tower.
Because we need to go beneath the archive. I don't know. It's like go up to go down.
Yep.
Which was, I kind of enjoyed climbing up there. It was interesting seeing where to jump and everything.
Yeah, yeah. There was a lot of jumping, swinging, pickaxe throwing.
The AI is pretty stupid overall in this game.
Yes.
I shot a guy in the head and he died. And there was a guy that I didn't see who was like looking out the window, so he didn't see him die.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turned around and I was like, oh, there's another guy there. And he's like, oh, wait a minute. And it's like, you know, going on alert, whatever. And then he's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was like, I just killed your buddy.
Yeah, it's fine.
So then I was like, well, what happened? I'm like, oh, his buddy must have fallen off the edge of the tower and he couldn't see the body. But he wasn't just like, hey, where'd you go, buddy? Did you fall off? He just was like, it's fine. Must be the wind.
So the whole action-y part where we're going back through the village, I was like, oh, I'll just equip the shotgun and just run at people.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I did. Just running up to people, just blast them.
I've barely used the guns. I'm all arrows all the time. Especially like, so one of the achievements was to use the night sting bow that you get from the Baba Yaga quest to like confuse enemies, because it's not a toxic cloud when you use it with that bow. It's like a confusing thing. So I would like confuse a guy and he would just start like shooting his homies and everything like that.
Wow.
And I used it on, there's a part where we go into some room and a guy with a shield comes through and another guy with a machine gun and you have to like fight them.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, fuck it. I'll have his buddy fight him. So I like smoked out the guy that didn't have the shield. So I would the guy'd be in the far wall. The guy with the shield be walking towards me and I'd just stand there and the guy'd just be like shooting him in the back. Finally, the shield guy was like, hey, this guy keeps shooting me. And then he turned around and I shot him in the ass with an arrow.
So we get an arrow upgrade in this level as well. We get the grenade arrow. Oh, yeah. And so
we get it before this.
Yeah, we get it before those two, that fight. Yeah. And so when those two guys came out, I was just like, okay, grenade arrow, done.
Oh, okay. I didn't even try. I tried the flame arrow on them and that didn't work.
I shot it right at their feet and they just fell over.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll smoke this guy out here. Let them fight each other. But other than that, I was just fucking headshotting guys. Oh my God, so many arrows.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, Frank.
Frank let himself
Frank has joined the room.
Holy.
He pushed open the door.
Wow.
I didn't close the door very tight.
What a guy.
So Frank has now entered the room.
Frank the cat.
Frank the cat. Yes, indeed.
What was I going to say there? Oh, yeah, with the skills at this point, I'm taking things like I never use a shotgun, but I was like, well, I guess I'll take the shotgun like fire shells. Or like, I guess I'll make hollow point bullets just so I can use up, because when I'm running around, it's like, I can't pick anything up. So I'm like, I guess I'll make hollow point bullets so I can like, you know, loot more things basically.
Yeah,
I'm so full of everything.
Yeah,
except
my inventory
leather
is
and
just
stuff.
crammed full.
I don't have much leather stuff. So.
Yeah.
We also get the last upgrade for the weapon upgrade tool.
Oh, yeah.
I found that. So.
I don't have enough parts today to upgrade anything. I just like, oh, here's an upgrade.
Yeah.
I'll just put it into here, whatever.
I could upgrade a few things, which I did. But I mean, it's, again, doesn't matter because I like literally never use anything but the bow.
Yeah.
But when we go, Sophia's like, oh, you got it. The Atlas is down in the whatever. It's underneath. You got to go down.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, beware of the death walkers or something.
Death
like
eaters, death walkers.
I can't remember what she said.
The undead.
So I'm like, okay, weird. And then we get down. We have to fight like, well, we don't really fight, but like we see Laura's like stepmom.
Yeah.
We grab her and there's like explosives everywhere. So we blow the shit out of the floor. We fall down. We shoot her in the arm, but then we fall down into the water. And it's like all of a sudden a survival horror game.
Yeah, right? I was like, what? The tone of this game has changed dramatically at this point.
The guys are like, don't move, we got you. And then like a sword comes through and he's like, ah! And you hear all these guys like screaming and you're swimming in the water and like an arm splashes and floats down in front of you. It's like, these guys are being massacred. What the fuck is happening in this area?
Exactly. There's like Greek fire all over the place.
Yeah. So we didn't go much. I don't know how much further you went because I told you to play till when you get the rebreather.
I played until I got the rebreather, and then I ran around a bit looking for a fire, and then I was just like, oh well, I don't find one, so I'll just like hit save here and call it a day.
I found the fire, but again, it's much like when we were in the other area where it's like, no, you can't fast travel from here because I was like, oh, the rebreather, I got to go get my other dungeon that I know of that needed a rebreather and everything.
I sped through quite a bit of the mission because I didn't know how long it was going to take for me to get that rebreather. So I kind of just sped through. I was like, I'll get the rebreather, and then depending on how much time I have, I'll go back and do some stuff. But get the rebreather, and it's like, you can't go back.
Yeah, I know. It sucks.
You son of a...
Yeah. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. But again, the story's getting stupider as we go. But it's also like, what do we have now? Supernatural elements down there?
Maybe. I mean, we'll find out soon.
It's traditionally the Tomb Raider does have that kind of stuff. Like if you think back to like the original Tomb Raider, it's like, I remember when I shot a T-Rex to death.
Yeah, right. There's just dinosaurs in these caves.
And I will say, like, I mean, this came out after the first Tomb Raider in the reboot thing.
Yeah.
She does fight like ghosts in that game. So there is probably something weird going on down here.
Yeah, I think I might go back and play some of those other ones since I have them.
Yeah, I was thinking, like I told you, well, maybe I didn't tell you, I can't remember. Or maybe I told you on stream, but I went and looked in the original Tomb Raider on the 360, like the remakes of the trilogy here.
Yeah.
I beat it and played it over the course of 2 days and then never played it again. Because I can see like my achievements are like unlocked, you know, kill one enemy and then like beat the game happened 2 days later or a day later. And it's like, wow, I played and beat the game in like a day.
Yeah.
And never touched it again. So it's like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah. You no-lifed it.
Apparently. I don't know what was going on there.
Right?
So
maybe you were sick.
Could be. So I have the 360 version and I have the remastered one from Games with Gold on Xbox. So I might check it out later or whatever, but I'm liking this one enough to... I don't know which one is considered to be the worst. I think it's Shadow of the Tomb Raider is supposed to be the worst one, but I don't know. So.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to have more time to play this week so that I can go back and do some of the other stuff.
Well, question too is like when I was looking for what's left in the game, I kind of almost feel like there's 2 more like sections, like 2 more game clubs to do, unless you want to get right through it.
Because when I'm looking at it, we're only at 51% complete. But maybe that's
in everything.
That's in everything.
That'll be every like item and upgrade and all that shit. So because like there's only literally like the Sunken Archive and then the road to Katesh and then Katesh left basically. But I have a feeling they're going to be not the shortest.
Yeah, probably.
But if you're going to play before Saturday, I'll let you tell me how much to play.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to try and play before Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to get the
only reason I said to go to the rebreather was like, at that point, I'd been playing for 3 hours. And I was like, well, I think this is probably enough for this.
Yeah, I think it was a good spot to stop. I mean, it was weird because it didn't transition very like how all the other chapters transitioned to the next one where you would get the flashback cutscene. This one was just like you just swam straight into the next chapter.
Yeah, exactly. So
not a lot of puzzling in this chapter, but I mean we didn't go back and do any of the other crypts and stuff.
Well, I once I got the wire, I did go do that other crypt.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, what is my upgrade going to be here? And then I got it and it's like, oh, now you can mine from the mine spots. I was like, I already can do that.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know if it means I can get a different ore or something like that because I was full. I couldn't mine anything. So I couldn't even try it because every time I went to one, it was like, no, sorry.
I was making bean can grenades this chapter, so I think I can pick up some more ore.
I did make one Molotov cocktail, and that was when you're assaulting the Trinity on the way to the tower, there's one shield guy comes out from a long rampway. And I was like, oh, fuck, how am I going to kill this guy? So I ran all the way down trying to find a can or something like that. and I couldn't find any. So then I ran up past him and I found a glass bottle and I made a Molotov and I burnt the shit out of him.
So I guess we should say that we do get the Atlas.
Oh yeah, I was like, the dodecahedron.
Yeah, the dodecahedron Atlas.
Yeah, but we don't know anything about it.
No.
It's just we grab it and then we get like shot at and shit.
Yup.
So we have no idea what its deal is.
Sure don't.
I like how we beat them to the Atlas by about a millisecond.
Yep, they were just using thermite to cut through the door. It's like, well,
yeah.
Why don't you guys use the other route your other friends came?
Yeah, they all got killed that way. Yeah, that was also another area where I did a lot of arrows to the head.
Yeah.
Because the lock-on works through the fog.
Oh, there you go.
You don't have to see them. You just have to like wipe around and they'll be like, oh, there's a head. I'm like, you're dead now, buddy.
Yeah, I need to do that. Now that you figured it out and I had no idea how to do it, I'm like, how do I lock on? Why am I shooting 3 arrows at a time? Why did I unlock this when I don't know how to do it?
Speaking of that, I should have mentioned this during the Yakuza section earlier, but another like just sort of stumbling across something is I've played Yakuza for like 50 hours now.
Yeah.
And unless I missed it earlier in the game, during a battle, you can swap out characters that I didn't know. Because in the tower, it has like every floor has rules. So it'll be like, enemies are extra tough. If you beat the floor, you get this reward. But if you beat it with this sort of challenge, you get an extra reward. Mm-hmm. And I got to like the 6th, 8th floor, whatever. And it's like, yeah, if you beat this floor without switching characters, you get a prize. And I'm like, wait a minute, switching characters?
I beat every floor without switching characters.
So then I beat every battle without switching characters. So then I look in the like fight menu. I'm like, oh my God, there's a fucking option to switch out the characters. So I'm like, am I just stupid or does the game not tell you this? And the people that have played it in the chat were like, no, it didn't tell you. I was like, oh, thank God.
Just like it didn't tell you to actually go up that tower.
Yeah. How did I miss it? So anyways, I was like, wow, this could have made some fights a lot easier.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm still enjoying my time with Lara Croft.
Yes.
Oh, and I figured out how to make her dive.
Oh, right. Because we were talking about that last thing where
I can't get her to do a handstand and do the dive because you could do that in the original Tomb Raider where she would do a handstand on the ledge.
Pulling herself up. Yep.
Or even diving off. You could get her to do a dive from the handstand. Yeah, if you hold, like, once you jump, if you hold down left trigger, I think she'll do a dive if it's high enough.
Okay. But
I don't know if you can do it like in the original Tomb Raider where you could have her dive onto solid ground and die. I didn't try that yet. I love doing that. It was so funny.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so classic Tomb Raider action.
Yes, indeed.
I recommend.
I do as well. And that's going to bring us to the end of this podcast.
Oh, sad.
If you like what you heard, and I know you did, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you rate us and share us with a friend. Tell us how we're doing. Leave us a comment. Let us know. If you want to join the Discord of the Purple Room Studios, which is where we are recording this lovely podcast, is down below. And if you want to support us with that monetary money, patreon.com/StreamVoidPod.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And we will see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Bye.
Bye.